are live. Welcome everybody to the 41st Playtest This. Tonight we've got Ammon Anderson with us with Gnome Hollow. But first, Sasha, please introduce yourself.
I'm the star-studded panel.
You are
Um,
the star-studded panel tonight.
um, Hi, I'm Sasha Gelton. I'm a game designer who also teaches board game design to uh, elementary school and middle school kids. And I have a couple of designs that I'm excited to bring to Origins. That's the next show that I'm going to be going
See you
to.
there.
And yeah, so if you are at Origins, come to the Unpub.
All right. I am Evan Halbert, designer of After the Empire, plus a whole bunch of other things that I hope to come out someday. And I will also be at Origins and many other major cons if you want to hang out and play test some games and whatever. Um, Ammon, introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Ammon Anderson. Everybody's usually curious how to say it, so it's just Ammon. It's exactly how it's spelled. And I'm a game designer and illustrator. That's what I do full time. And I'm the creator of the game we're going to see tonight, which is called Gnome Hollow.
Awesome. And you did the illustration for it, right?
I did. It's all watercolored.
Yeah, dude, that's
Awesome.
awesome. Okay, cool, awesome. I met you. Actually, you found me online just when I was posting some stuff, but I met you at Gamma, and I got
Yeah.
to see Gnome Hollow. And if you all listening at home haven't heard, this game was talked about a bit at Gamma by multiple people. That it was pretty awesome, man. So I'm pretty excited for you. But let's dig in. Go ahead and give us the teach when you're ready.
All right. Let me. I gotta switch screens over here. So I'm gonna move you over there. Okay. So welcome to Gnome Hollow. Let's go over this. So let's just talk really quick about the components first. So right here in the center of the table, there is a little piece called, it's just like the starting tile, and it's also called the stump. And on it is a pinwheel, and you'll notice that that sign corresponds with this sign over here on the left in this pinwheel marketplace. And we're going to talk about that just here in a minute. The other things that you have is everybody has a board with a unique gnome on it. And on top of that board is 10 ring markers. And these ring markers are going to be moved down into spaces down below to select bonuses, really essentially based on like what you're creating in the garden. So this is how you unlock the things that you're creating. You're going to have 2 gnomes and a little player aid that shows like how those gnomes operate. Over here on my right is just some infinity bags that have like little mushroom tokens, which you're going to be harvesting as gnomes. And then over here on the left, you have 3 markets. So the first market is this tile market right here. And this triangle market always is going to have 8 tiles in it that you're going to be able to choose 2 from each turn. And once you choose 2 of those tiles, you're going to place those into the garden like this. So you're just going to like drop that there, and this right here like this, right? So that was like the first half of your turn is that simple. And that's what these are for. And they have corresponding mushrooms and different shapes on them. And the object is essentially to create rings of mushrooms. And once those rings are created, if your gnome is on it like this, you're going to harvest the mushrooms that are on that ring of mushrooms. So that's the essential basic premise of the game, is that you will be creating various size rings with different types of mushrooms to strategically outplay the other gnomes in the hollow. So that's the first market, is those tiles. The second market over here is this signpost market. And signposts are a bonus that you get by creating certain kinds of rings. So if you look kind of closely at one of the player boards here, like let's say that you have built like a 5-tile ring, so that it takes 5 tiles to create the ring. You're going to move your first leftmost ring marker down, and you can select that first bonus or the second bonus or any of these bonuses. They're not in order. You can choose whichever one you want. But let's say you pick this one right here, and it lets you put a signpost in the garden. That signpost will go into, you can choose anyone that's here, and that signpost is going to go into the garden, and it now becomes a worker placement location, that entire ring, for gnomes to visit throughout the game. And by visiting it, they're going to get the mushrooms that are on it. So pretty soft, simple worker placement system. They all do different things, and you can pick any single one. The other thing that it does is if you pick this action, is this bonus. Let's say someone has put out the signpost that you already wanted to use. You can just activate that one instead of place a new signpost. So that's how that works. If you select the next bonus down, which is draft a tile, that means you can draft a tile and save that for a future turn to play in addition to your 2 tiles. So you can build rings faster. The next one down is to collect a wildflower. And so those are these tokens right here. So there's 2 things happening over here in this little wildflower market. The first one is underneath is a tile that is a wild tile, hence the term wildflower. And those are unlocked by creating rings. So if you go back to this board over here, which connects everything, the second ring you create, like let's say it was 3, has a little icon right there underneath it. And that means that you have unlocked one of these wildflower token tiles, and it becomes yours to play anywhere you want in the garden. They're wilds. You can just put them anywhere. They connect to anything. But you also get this token, which goes here when you collect that. And these tokens are a set collection that are worth points. So if you look really top down at the, like a kind of a close-up here of this board, you'll notice that it has like a scoring row here. So as you're creating rings in the garden like this, it's increasing my score every time I remove a marker. It's automatically increasing my score. So right now, if I had 1 flower, I'd have 1 point in flowers, and I'd have 10 points in rings. So that's 11 points. And these are the first 2 ways that you can score points in Gnome Hollow, is by forming rings and collecting wildflowers tokens. So the second, or the third way that you can collect those points, and let's talk about that here for just a second. I'm going to replace all this because hopefully that made a lot of sense. And I can clarify some of these as we play, because like all game designers, we're really terrible at teaching our own games, right? It's like a thing. Like, we know everything, and we just assume you know everything too. Okay, the last way that you can score points is these tokens here. So they're down in the bottom corners of the table. There's bottle caps, buttons, flat feathers, crystals, and skeleton keys. And these are essentially just currency in victory points. And these are acquired by visiting this market board over here with the pinwheel market. So as you're building rings, you're not only looking at the size of the ring that you're forming, but you're also collecting mushrooms to gather volume of that type of mushroom so that you can make the best sale of that mushroom in this marketplace. And you do that by moving one of your 4 actions. We're going to talk about those in just a second. But like, let's say I went to the sign, I moved my gnome here. Okay, so this is an action. I'm going to move my gnome to the center stump in the garden. Once I move my gnome here, I get access to this board over here. And what it allows me to do is to sell 2 types of mushrooms, 1 sale each. So I could sell, 6 red mushrooms for 6 points, and I could sell, 3 pink mushrooms for 3 points. And as soon as I make those sales are gone for the rest of the game. No one else can access those sales. Those are off limits. And so 6 plus 9, or 6 plus 3 is 9. So that would equal one of those, a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And those are what the trinkets are for. So gnomes are essentially gathering mushrooms so that they can sell those for victory point treasures. And those are the 3 ways that you can score points in Gnome Hollow. So let's talk really fast about one more thing. So let's talk about what a turn structure looks like. So if you look down here at this little card, or any of these little cards, I think there's a way to zoom in on it. On my computer, it's an option button because I'm on Mac. So a turn is broken into 2 sections. The first is to place tiles, so you will always place 2 tiles. And oh, that's an old version of that. Sorry, that's been updated. I found something to fix already. So you will always place 2 tiles, no matter what, into the garden. You have to. And if you have a tile that you've stored, you may play that in addition to those 2 tiles. After that, you will move a gnome to take a single action. So the most basic action is to reserve a pathway. So if it's my turn, I'm going to place 2 tiles into the garden like this. And for my action, I'm going to move a gnome. And now I have reserved this pathway. No one else can play on it. No one else can connect to it. And, well, they can potentially play on it with permission from me. But think of it like an inner city garden. An inner city garden is like everybody gets a space, and you don't plant like your potatoes in your, neighbor's carrot patch, because that's rude. And these are nice little gnomes, and this is their space. So that's the first action. The second action, if you look at that, is to visit a signpost and take that bonus. So once a ring is formed and a signpost comes out, like let's say there was a ring here and this was completed, I could move my gnome here, boop, and take that bonus action, or that bonus. And that would be to draft a tile and save it for the next turn or a future turn, right? And I can store up to 2 tiles. So that's that. The third action is to visit the pinwheel market to trade your mushrooms for treasure. And that last action is to, once these flowers come back out into the garden and they get placed, is to visit a flower and to collect that flower like this. So that's that fourth action. So you can do 1 of 4 things with 1 of your 2 gnomes on your turn. So turns are fairly quick, and they don't take a whole lot of time, or especially once you get started. And that's most of what you need to know. There's a few fringe rules, and we can talk about those as we get playing. So, any questions?
So let's say I put my gnome here and you put your gnome here, and these end up getting connected. Is that like a Carcassonne kind of interaction, or?
No, it's illegal. You cannot connect 2 things. But what can happen is I can place that there.
Okay.
But I have to say, hey, is that okay if I place that there? Now, the only thing I can place here.
So you can't do. Oh, I see. They don't do that. Okay.
Yeah, they don't do that. So what I could do is I could say, look, I'm gonna place this here. Are you okay with that? And you're like, yeah, but I want the pink mushroom. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll give you the pink mushroom. So it's a negotiation. The only exception to that is basically that a wildflower I can always place here. And wildflowers are a little tricky because wildflowers always form the shortest ring path possible. So once you connect into one, wherever it reconnects, it finishes. You can't like go through it and back through. So they always close the smallest possible ring, and they have to reconnect back into that flower to create a ring path.
So is that connecting these 3 tiles or no?
No, those are not connected.
Okay.
Now, if a person did, let's see here, this, and they went all the way around it, they could potentially, it could potentially go all the way around it, right? If I keep going and I connect back to here.
Then they would be connected.
Then they would be connected.
But that's only if, like, yeah, they'd have to go around the flower and connect back to this side. Yeah.
But if I did this right here, that is a closed ring.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So a wildflower is always going to make the shortest possible path.
Okay.
So it's just how they operate currently. So anyway,
cool.
Any other questions?
The one
I
quick
will
question I
mess
had,
it up, and then you can tell me I did it wrong.
Yes.
the one quick question I had is, you were saying these flower tokens are a set collection thing? So
Yeah, so you can collect one of each.
one of
color.
each. Okay, got it.
So you can't
It
get
just means you can't get
4 reds.
2 of the same one. Got it.
Correct. And these are going to unlock on your second ring that you form, and your
Mhm.
4th ring and your 6th ring are going to give you a tile and that ring marker and that wildflower token. And they're going to go dock right in the top. Yeah.
And
So
then
these
those
down here are going to let you essentially do this action here, which is to like take an existing like open flower token that's on the map.
and that doesn't matter if you have a ring connected to it or you're near it or anything. It just if there's
You're just gonna
anyone
take it.
on the map, you get to take one.
Yeah, these are little magical gnomes, and they just like pop into
Okay,
existence and they take things. So what you've probably noticed is that there's 4 actions, and those actions are all illustrated back again here. So
Mhm.
essentially, like on a turn, you could collect a wildflower and then go and take that action to collect another wildflower on one turn. Does that make sense?
How do you
Yep.
place the wildflowers again?
Wildflowers get placed in addition to your 2 tiles. These tiles here, they just get placed out here as you're playing. They're available to you.
Oh, okay. You can just grab
Once
it
you've
whenever.
unlocked it.
Well, you get this when you
Once you've formed your second ring, you're going to get one.
those icons
Got it.
underneath these tokens give you
Got it.
Second,
those.
4th, and 6th is when
Okay.
you're going to get those.
Cool.
And in a 2-player game, 2 of these are actually start on the board. They start here and here.
Got it.
So they're already existing on the
Okay.
board in a 2-player game.
Right.
Okay.
So
Cool. Well,
yeah,
I'm sure I'll fumble through it, but I think I'm ready to start. How about you guys?
all right. Who wants to go first?
Sure.
Trevor, start us off, buddy.
Trevor.
Oh, I was just looking at Trevor in the chat. Sorry, Sasha.
Trevor, whoever you are, it's your turn.
Trevor, what
it's
should
time
I
to
do?
go.
Tell
Time
me
to go,
tell me
buddy.
what to do.
So you're basically on your turn, you're going to select one of these or 2 of these, and you're going to place them into a garden and then move a gnome. So
okay. And do these refresh immediately
of
after
your
my
turn.
turn? Okay, got it. Okay.
I drew a box around it because it's easier to see that they've been played.
Okay, got it. Pink mushroom. We got 2 different mushroom types on this one. That's sort of
Okay, I lied. I totally have a question.
Yeah. What is
if you do a 3-tile circle ring,
yeah,
past the first one, that's not going to give you much benefit.
What do you mean, like this?
Right, like the first time you do it, you're going to move down your little chiclet.
Yeah.
But the second time you do it,
yeah,
not so good, right?
You don't get anything.
Okay.
You can go collect the mushrooms. If you form a ring, but you do not move your gnome to it, you don't get the mushrooms, and the mushrooms are placed onto the board, and anyone can go get them. But you will still be able to count building that ring on your board.
Okay.
And our gnomes, after they're placed out, they're never coming back. They're always going to be out here.
They're just going to be moving around.
Okay, got it.
And they're just little magical creatures. They just like pop all over the place. So like once I let's say I had unlocked this and it's sitting over here, like this little like flower. Like your little gnome could be like, oh, I want to go get that. And it can like pop right over here and take that on its turn. Once it's unlocked. Right now they're kind of locked and you can't get them.
Okay.
So they're sort of staggered out into the game by the creation of rings.
I will take this and this.
And you can try them out and put them back. So, because the first time you play, you're going to be like, man,
yeah,
I got to think about
first
this.
time I play, I'm going to win.
You're going to mess it up. That's what you're going to do.
Dominate.
You're going to cede the victory to me.
Yeah, so that right there is an illegal play.
Oh, yeah, because that, I see.
Connect to paths.
So I would need to connect like over here. Got it.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And you could also still put it here. You just have to like have it coming off the other direction. There you go.
So that's all legal, right?
That's totally legal. Yeah. Good job.
Okay. And now I place my gnome, one of my gnomes somewhere. And at this point, probably just reserving a path.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pinwheel is just selling
the mushrooms you've collected,
which we don't have any right now. Okay.
Oh, so actions always happen when your gnome lands, just like standard worker placement. So like, you can't like do the same action twice in a row by just leaving your gnome there.
Got it. So okay.
This is this is actually reserved as long as your gnome is there. It is yours. But
Okay.
if you left the next turn, anyone
Mhm.
else can finish it and take it.
Got it.
All right, Evan, it's your turn.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm gonna do a bunch of upkeep for you guys
Oh,
because
sweet. That helps with TTS.
I'm gonna make it easy.
Voop,
Hey, what the heck? He's coming out strong. Watch out.
voop. Look out, everybody. So then I can claim that sucker.
No, that's mine.
What?
You're yellow.
Oh, whoops. And then I can claim that sucker. There we go.
Do you love how fiddly TTS is? Okay, cool.
I know, right?
You did
And
a
then I
thing.
get a blue, a yellow, and a perp.
Yeah, so I'm gonna grab them for you.
Oh, they're over there. Yep.
Yep, so you get a teal one and a pink one. So I need to fix a couple things here. So like these are too close together, the same color.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And these are too close to the same color too. So
Oh, really? Oh, not for me.
I basically call this one red, yellow, teal, pink, and white is how I typically call it.
Cool.
So and then you get a yellow one. Yeah. Perfect. And
Zoing.
then great. And now you get a score of 4.
I bring down this
You're free.
one down to here.
Dude, you did it. You did a thing already.
Nailed it.
All right, my turn. All right, I'm going to destroy you all. That's what I tell everyone when I play my game. Just don't feel super special because it's what I like to do. All right, so that's me, and I'm gonna move right there, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
So it's
Sasha.
Sasha's turn.
Yep.
So basically, turns, once people kind of figure out the tiles, they go pretty quick. They can go pretty fast. On a tabletop, a 4-player game with a teach usually runs about an hour.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try stuff. So I can ask if this can go here, right?
You can, yeah, totally.
And
I'm
then
fine with that. That helps me.
if I did any more stuff to that, I would still have to ask you. As long as you are reserved on it, I would have to ask you, right?
Correct.
Got it.
Now, some people have said, why do I have to ask permission? That's silly. And I'm
I
like,
should just ask for forgiveness.
yeah. But it's funny because I told a developer who's like, I don't think you need to have this rule. And I was like, okay, play it the other way. And he called me and goes, you need that rule. Like, that rule is like, that is so important. He said, that was a totally different game. I said, yeah. Because nothing is worse than like a dude coming over here and saying, ha ha,
Yeah,
dude,
things messed
finish
up.
that. You know? So
And so if I did this, then I can use my other gnome to
absolutely.
claim somewhere else. Okay.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't do it.
I guess I'll claim here.
Son of a beast.
And then that's my turn, I think.
That's your turn. All right.
Dirty so-and-so.
Oh, I'll give you
What?
guys a little tip. Like the white mushrooms, these are the most rare mushrooms. These are the second most. They both have the same number on tiles, and these are the most like available, but they're always on like sort of the tiniest paths as well. So
I see.
you could probably figure that out by just looking at the marketplace and seeing the different values. Those values break down.
So you mostly preferentially want to take those suckers? I'm guessing.
It depends on what you're building. Do you want to go big or small?
I mean, you always go big, right?
Yeah, he wants to go big.
Yeah, you always go big.
I'll point out one other thing on your board. There's never really a good reason to go larger than a 7-tile ring.
Yeah.
Hi, Kat. Kat just made a post about watching us on TV.
She's so nice. I love Kat. She's fun. What the heck? Why isn't that working? There it goes. All right. So Sasha's done, and you're done. My turn.
Yep.
You just are trying to like make me help you.
I mean, you could if you want to. I
Yeah,
would allow it generally.
Fine. Okay. Are you okay with this?
So I could be like, no, you have to give me the mushroom, sucker. Right?
Yeah.
No, you have to give me the mushroom, sucker.
Okay, you can have it. I don't need it to beat you.
Need your
I'm
mushroom.
gonna take this guy right there. Keep that. And I'm
Oh,
going to move my second gnome to.
going big.
I have to because there you go. Okay, that's the end of my turn.
All right. Now this gnome over here is currently like I could move him away with no detriment, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
So essentially, this is sort of dead ground at this point
Yeah.
because
Okay.
it's been filled in. But like, if you had made a 5 and dropped a signpost, then it would still be a functional part of the board.
Yeah. That makes sense.
You guys taking all the white mushrooms.
What's the on the 7 here? What's the plus thing happening?
The 7+. It means that like, no matter how big you go past 7.
Oh, sorry, not that plus.
Oh
The
yeah,
plus down
that.
below.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I meant to tell you this. So let's say you do a 7+ and you pick the first row reward. You get to move 2
Okay, got it.
ring markers.
Got
What
it.
the heck?
TTS. Cool. I got it.
That's what that means.
It's my turn, right?
Yeah.
My turn.
Sweet.
I think.
Oh, come on,
So-
Sasha.
One of the rewards is like that bonus
Cool.
that bonus thing.
Neat.
Okay. And so just completing a circle that doesn't require any gnome action or anything.
No, it is part of that first part of your turn.
Getting the mushrooms.
I think completing the circle is a euphemism for gnome action. I could be wrong.
Would this gnome have to move off for me to be able to claim mushrooms, or how does that
No.
work?
So okay, so what happens when you form a ring?
Mhm.
You're still in the first phase of your turn.
Got it.
So it's just like a cascading effect that happens from the tile placement.
Okay.
So and that
Getting the
includes
mushrooms happens when you complete it.
Yeah, you're gonna complete the ring. You're gonna get your mushrooms, and then
Mhm.
you're immediately gonna take the reward on your board,
Mhm.
like that you choose.
Got
So
it.
all of that happens in the first half of your turn.
Got it. So if my gnome wasn't in this ring, would I still get the mushrooms?
No, but you
Okay.
would be able to take the bonus on your.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, you guys just take all the white mushrooms, don't you?
Sorry, buddy.
did. I took them all, and I think you got one.
And by
Um,
sorry, what I mean to say is Ammon told me that they were more valuable and I took it.
Yeah, it's okay. You
let's
good with all your
go
pinks, dude.
like that. And also like
I'm playing with your guy.
got it. Stop playing with my guy.
I just never had a person tell me that before.
Animals.
Oh shoot. Okay. This is interesting. So if I move this here, I would get
Gonna
place my
complete the
stuff,
ring.
all my stuff would happen.
Mhm.
But I have to place another one as well.
You
And
do.
the other one that I place, I'm gonna have to move one of my gnomes.
You don't have to, but you may.
Oh, the
So-
gnome thing is a may.
This is a may,
Got it.
and this is a have to.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll go like this and like yellow and red are similar. I guess I'll do this yellow one.
Ooh, he's making that thing big.
Okay.
Oh.
And then
Then you complete your
Okay.
circle.
You did
so,
great.
yeah, the circle is completed. I get 4 pinks
4
and
pinks
1 teal.
and a teal. Yeah, so I'm gonna help you.
Wow.
Okay.
Look at this.
Wow. Wow.
And then that is a 6, right? And so
It's a 6.
that goes somewhere along these lines.
Yeah, it's
so
gonna go
let me look at
into
this.
this.
Yeah. What reward are you gonna open up there?
I guess tile is sort of cool too.
Hmm? This
I'll
bottom
try.
reward is 2 additional mushrooms that are on the ring. So you could take 2 pinks, or you
Oh,
could take
got it.
1 teal and 1 pink.
Hmm.
Go all pinks, man.
I
Close it out.
will. I guess that is like the one unique one to this one over the 5. So sure, I'll try it.
Okay.
And the pinks and teals are essentially the same, and I have more pinks, so I think that's better.
2 more pinks.
Yeah.
You got it. All right, I helped you.
Excellent. And then
That's
I
then you can
can.
move a gnome.
So if I move this gnome, this what does that open this ring up to do? That someone else like
Nothing, because you didn't put anything in it. If you had put
a
a
signpost?
signpost in it, then it would be become a worker
Okay.
placement location. But because you chose not to, it doesn't do anything.
Got it. Okay.
But you
And
could put a
so,
signpost in it, right?
He could.
if I did that with my
With your action.
marker.
Well, the reason this is a good choice is because, like, if he could get the same 2 mushrooms by placing this here, but
Other people.
then other people can benefit from it. So he
Yeah.
chose one that only benefits him.
So yeah, Evan, I think you can only place out the signpost by placing your marker here, not by. This is visiting a signpost, not
That's
placing
visiting a
signpost.
signpost.
Oh, that's
correct.
visit a signpost.
That's
Access
visit
a signpost. Okay.
Yes, so it is access a signpost.
And is this space any number of people can be here space?
This is
or-
any number of people space. In
Okay.
fact, all of them are. So anybody can visit then any signpost. You're not blocking anybody. We've played that game and it just doesn't like. It's
Okay,
it's
got
not
it. So being in a spot just stop people from building off there, or they have to ask permission to build there.
That's really the only thing you're blocking.
Got it.
Little
Okay.
bit like a touch of area control.
I'll go here, I guess.
Whoa.
Okay, he's encroaching.
Whoa.
I'm just saying hi.
It seems like
I'm a friendly
you're
neighbor.
stealing my stuff. That's what it seems
Yeah,
like.
you weren't using this mushroom.
Okay, now.
Okay, it's Evan's turn.
So
Sasha's got like a lot of stuff going on, dude.
it
That's all I'm
does sound
saying.
a lot. I don't know if I like it.
Well, but
Frankly.
you guys have white mushrooms, which
Frankly.
I feel jealous of.
I don't know if I like it.
6. Wow, that was fast.
Well, hold on now.
And so just like a strategic thing, holding on to mushrooms, there's no disadvantage to holding on to them other than not completing it by the end of the game, right?
Yeah, so the longer you hold on to mushrooms, the more possibility someone can come and just block that, so you have to go get another one.
Got it.
So like,
but me wanting to get 7, like,
you're in a very
reasonable.
good position to like go get 7 before you.
Okay.
'Cause I don't have any of those, and there's none on my rings currently either.
Got it.
There he goes.
There we go. Put that guy back.
All right.
And then I'll move a gnome to do something awesome. Which I guess would just be.
So you're yellow?
Claim this sucker.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. We're getting to the part where the game is about to start opening up.
I'm going to claim this sucker.
Just to make it harder for this guy?
I mean.
Rude. Okay, my turn. I'm going to do something great. I'm going to do this. And I'm going to do this. And I did something. I made a thing.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's a big one. Okay. And I am going to do the double thing that's not working.
Hey, just stack them on top of each other.
Man, I'm so annoyed by that. Like, are you serious? Okay. And I get a flower. I'm going to take that one. Just so you know. I get a wildflower because I unlocked that second ring marker. And I'm going to get my mushrooms. I get white, white, and 2 reds, and a teal. And then I'm going to choose this signpost and get a 3rd white because I immediately
Damn.
get the benefit from it. And
Damn.
then I'm going to move right there. All right, your turn. We did it.
Nailed it.
Okay. So
How did you have that, like, put all your things in a row like that? That was amazing.
you select them all while they're in your hand or holding them. You press a number, and that says what number of rows you're going to make them into.
Ooh.
Quite useful for counting things.
I like
Okay.
that so much.
Yeah, it was a game changer when I discovered that.
Oh yeah, pick them up and hit a number. Yeah.
I like that so much.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, let's see.
Let me help you.
What are we doing here? Let's do
Yeah, what are you doing?
a whole lot of
There you go.
different things.
Ooh. Now you're getting like fancy over here. Like, what the heck? 2 rows of 3.
Yeah. Oh la la.
Yeah, you
Ooh
created a
la
problem
la.
for yourself. You made a big one. Everybody, somebody always makes this mistake.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Hey,
rough, man.
I consider it an opportunity.
It will that there is an
You
advantage.
can still get back there.
There's an advantage to making giant rings. And
You just need an acute angle.
yeah. And giant rings just pour mushrooms out, like at the end. It's just like a glut of mushrooms, and those turn into great trades at the market. So it works.
1, 2, and I guess. Wait, what does that path look like? Okay. And I sort of want a blue. So if I went here, I'd just get a white mushroom, right?
You just get a white mushroom, yeah. But you can also visit this little thing over here and get a flower.
Oh, even though it's not on the board yet, I can.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Once this is unlocked, it's available for anyone. I'm helping.
Regardless of it's been placed. Got it.
You don't
Okay.
have to go get it. It's mine. So.
And so to go get it, would my gnome go over there?
Yeah, you're just gonna move it there.
Okay, got it.
And
so then if you place the tile, then
everything goes with it.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
Aw, Cat,
it,
thanks for watching us. This is so fun. I didn't know what it looked like on your end, so now like I'm at the top, which is like cool. You guys make me the top person.
That's totally random, man. I don't even know if you can organize that. You probably can.
I was feeling very important for a second, and now that I know that it was accident.
What I mean to say is, it was designed that way because you're the most important.
No, I'm not. Ask Cat. I'm not the most important.
Okay, I took my white mushroom. My turn's over.
You took a white mushroom, huh?
He went white. He's going white.
Once you go white, you never... Oh, let's see.
It doesn't work the same way.
Yeah, I cut it short. I was like, yeah, don't need to finish that sentence. Don't need to finish that sentence.
Yes, you can do that for me.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, I kind of have to.
Yeah, you need to. That's
if
why
I want to close that off, I have to do that.
That's why I was like, why'd you go here, dude?
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Well, you know. What are you going to do, I guess?
Yeah, I love that. That's wonderful. Thank you.
You make him close it off. So if things get closed off, could you close this off on your turn and Evan get the close bonus, or how does that work?
Yeah, so because he owns it, he would get all the bonus. Absolutely. But he would get to collect that on his next turn.
So we can, if somebody puts their gnome here, we can never join these two things.
Correct. It's just not allowed.
All right.
This is not Carcassonne.
Cool.
But it's okay if you want to try to play it like that. I'm just going to tell you
no. I'm down with that.
Not
Is
your
it my
fault,
turn?
Escarcasson.
No, I'm finishing this ring, and then I'm gonna move that gnome and do something.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dude, you got a 7. Good job.
Let me see. So I got a white.
Oh
I
yeah, I need to help
got
you. You got a pink. I got your pink.
Oh, you got a pink.
You get a teal. And you
Better
get
let me do
like
it.
one of everything,
I'll
dude.
mix it up if I don't.
You got one of everything in that one.
Where's my mix bag sale?
You don't get that.
Oh, okay. And then I've got a person who is gonna go over here.
Okay. Did you collect your 7 bonus yet?
I did not. Guess I get to do that next. 7 bonus is gonna go.
So this is 3 additional mushrooms that are on the
Here.
ring, plus a flower token.
Yeah, so I'll go 1, 2.
You can't do that. It's
What?
3 that are existing on the ring.
There is that on the ring.
I know, there's only one of them. You still want to take that action? See, I told you I'm a bad teacher of my own game because I didn't explain that at all in the teach.
That's okay. That's okay. I'll still do it.
Okay.
So I'll go 1.
And a teal?
2, 3. Yeah.
I had a feeling. Okay, good job.
I got a feeling.
You get this. You get a flower token. Because that's what that is right there.
Yes, and I get a flower token, and I've revealed my flower thing.
So you get one of those.
And it doesn't matter which one, right?
No.
Okay.
And then you get that token too.
Alrighty.
Look at that. That was a great turn.
Badoink.
Okay, my turn.
Yep.
You and your badoinks.
Badoink. Okay.
All right, here we go. It's time to do something awesome. What do I have for mushrooms? I'm liking reds a lot. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with this. Right? Nope, not that one. I'm gonna go here. And then I'm gonna go with this right here. Okay, that's what I'm gonna place. And then I'm not gonna move anything this turn. So, oh, you know what else? Yeah, I'm not gonna play that right now. So I could additionally play my wildflower out, but I'm not going to right now. I'm gonna save it. So it is Sasha's turn.
Bam.
Okay. Ooh, this tile is a spicy tile.
It is spicy. I agree with that.
My options for actually using it are fairly limited, though. Like, I think right here is the only place that I can place it, and I'm not even getting great advantage out of it.
It's a tough one.
Dang.
But it does like turn that really nice and tight for you to close it off.
Yeah, but gives him the white one, right?
That's true.
That's true. It.
This one does the same thing, but he's gonna get a yellow.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Why mushrooms are the best. They taste so much better than the rest. I don't know if that's true.
Oh, you have a lot of mushrooms, dude.
Yeah.
What would you do if I like picked those up and I shook it real fast?
Oh, I would painstakingly reorganize them.
I've literally played with people that do that to other people with mushrooms. I'm like, what are you doing? It is so rude. Like, would you reach across the table and like mess up a person's like thing?
That's super rude.
It's so rude. Poor Sasha. He's like, this is too hard.
Yeah, no, this mushroom loop is not easy.
That was tough, dude. That was a hard choice you made.
Yeah.
You can do it. You can do this.
Yeah, what I really want is a straight piece, and then I would be less worried. But there's
The
not
other option is
straight,
that you can use a wildflower there once you unlock this.
that is true.
So you have some choices, some options coming up.
Choices.
You got choice options.
Choices.
But as far as completing another ring, that's also quite limited right now.
Yeah, you gotta move this guy out to do something.
Is there any hanging?
You can always
ends?
start a new one right there.
Oh yeah. Okay, there's a hanging end. This is the only one though, right?
Right now, yeah, it's
Currently,
tiny.
yeah.
Okay.
We don't want to give you anything.
Yeah.
Like
Uh,
nothing.
Okay, I guess I will use this opportunity to.
Do you know the story of Hanging Chad? He was the first original parkour guy.
What?
Yeah, it's a lie.
Uh,
Total lie.
Dude, you did it!
I guess I'll go like that.
You did a thing.
Incredible.
I love that you just
and so
like
now I
make
get
crap up.
a
Wild flower.
wild, which I can't use till
Yeah,
my next turn.
you're gonna be able to do good things, and then you get the
And I
token.
get that. Yep.
You do, yeah. Good job.
Nice. Okay,
All right.
that's my turn.
And then on my turn, do I have to place my flower? Is that true?
You do not have to, but you cannot have more than two, and like at any given time. So if you unlocked another one, you would have to immediately place one.
Do I get to place it just for funsies?
Yeah, if you want to place that, you can place that in addition to your two tiles.
Okay. Cool. That's cool.
It's really like weird thinking someone's watching this online right now. I'm thinking, man, I feel so sorry, Kat, that like this is not as good as you're hoping it's gonna be.
Or maybe it's better.
Bro.
You
I was
know?
expecting fireworks or some sort of like
Yeah. No, you're right.
lights.
You're right.
Like I wanna like now I'm like I wish there was a way she could interact with us and be like, hey, can you like amp it up just a little bit for us? I love that her dog is like so bored that
Wait, I need to see. Oh no, we're not interacting there. Okay.
and she also strategically got like her cricket in there. Like that was awesome. That was smart. Her new cricket. She's so proud of it.
Oh yeah.
The circuit thing, or
No, her cricket.
Oh yeah, it's
What's
a
a
cutter.
I thought it was called a circuit.
Nah, cricket.
Cricket. Got it.
Cricket. It's a cut.
Yeah, cricket.
Oh, he is going after that. He's making it hard to.
Now, did I make? I didn't make it impossible there. Okay.
Not impossible. It's just difficult. Like this does it right here. See
Yeah.
that? Now he has to help you.
Yeah. And then for my second trick, where's my people again? Let's see. I've got a people here and I've got a people there, so I don't want to move a people. So, what happens if I don't want to move a people?
Nothing. You don't have to. It's a May. You may
All right.
move down. Yeah.
I don't move a people.
I just need to. Sorry, I need to update my little thing in here. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Okay, it's my turn. Here we go.
Yep.
I'm gonna go here, and I want another red one. I'm gonna go there, and I'm done. I did my thing. So I'm gonna get 2 reds. 1, 2, and another white, which is excellent. A teal and a pink. All right. Then it's a 5. So I'm just gonna take a. I want that guy right there.
Whoa.
I took it.
Whoa.
See that?
Seems inappropriate.
Are you seeing how this works? And now my action. So this is starting to get like this is getting more heated. Like there's not a lot of place for me to go. I have 4 of those for 9 points. I'm gonna wait just a smidge of time. I'm just gonna move here and take another white one. The end. Your turn, Sasha.
Oh man, how I wish I could get. Oh wait.
Oh man.
You can get away by moving here. You can always get a white. It's
I
available.
mean that's how I got my one white. Let's see.
Are you coveting my mushrooms?
Do not covet thy neighbor's mushrooms.
Yeah, I really wanted a straight piece, which is
I took
no
it.
longer available.
I took it. It's right there.
Oh, that was a thing. Okay.
That's the thing. If you look on the back page of the rules, it shows every type of mushroom like shaped tile there is. So just FYI.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to force Evan to help me, but no, I think
It didn't work out.
yeah, because there's no straight piece. I cannot. Okay. Well, we have
You still got
hanging
options.
stuff here, sort of.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Or you
yeah,
could,
that's hanging.
or you could worry about finishing
Yeah,
other
but
stuff.
it's like it's
It makes it
challenging
hard
with
for him.
this.
Yeah, but this works. See, this happens.
Don't help
Yeah.
him. Don't help him.
I help everybody. This is why I lose my game every time I teach. Like, I'm not helping him.
Exactly.
Sasha,
Get out of here. Get out of here.
I hope your gnome falls in a hole.
Yeah. No
Gnome
man
hole.
a hole. Losing the flowers.
Okay, where are you guys located? Are you Portland?
Yeah.
Dude, Portland's so great. I love
Yeah, we're
Portland.
both Portland. And so is Kat and George.
I'm from Portland.
Are you? Oh, yeah.
I grew up in Portland. Are you making that bigger?
I mean, we'll see what happens.
Wow.
I'm just seeing what happens.
Don't even worry about it. It sounds like somebody was worried about it, so I'm like, just don't worry about it.
He's just like, man, you can't tell me what to do. I'm gonna do this the hard way.
Don't even worry about it.
No, I don't think I want that.
Oh, I see what he's doing. I see what he's trying to do.
If I go here.
Does that tile exist?
Sasha, dude, bro, what are you doing, man?
I'm partying. Wait. No, I should really do this instead.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
He's trying to break my game, dude. I love it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I'm interested to see what's gonna happen then.
He is trying to ruin your ring.
I don't know, man.
No, he is really.
Did you already take your stuff, Sasha? Did you do your second thing?
I moved my gnome already.
Oh,
Yeah,
you did. Okay.
I'm done.
All right, there you go. You got some choices.
All right.
Oh man, he's
Sir.
that's terrible. I know exactly what he's doing.
He doesn't know.
No, I grew up in Canby, which is just south of Oregon City.
Yeah.
Down 99E. That's my home turf, bro.
Is that gonna come back around if I do?
No, that's never gonna close.
If I do that, don't do that.
You have essentially ruined all that work.
Or did Sasha ruin it for me here?
He's close to ruining it for you. He did it too. It's almost like I'd abandon it. It's just
Because he's on this one.
he is on this one, yeah.
And he's on this one, so there's no piece that can let me finish that.
The only thing that's gonna happen? So a wildflower's gonna go here, and then he's gonna own.
It is possible with multiple wildflowers, I think.
Yeah, but he can't reconnect back to it.
What he could if there's a wildflower,
and then he came all the way around.
All right, I see how it is. I see how it is.
Brutal. It's brutal.
Yeah. Oops. All right. Well, let's just.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'm
that's
sick
not a
of
thing.
the whites getting eaten up. I'm defending them now.
It happens.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
so in the retail, or like in the actual physical copy, these can flip over and they're mirrored images,
Oh.
right? But in the online one, they're not mirrored. They just are always the same on both sides, which is horrible. Because this actually would have like worked
Yeah.
on the tabletop version, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Is it tiles or tokens that can have a backside? I can't
Watch
remember.
this. Look at that.
So do
Like-
I?
One of the component types in TTS can have backs, and I can't remember if it's
I
tiles or
think these
tokens.
can, but then I would have to like
Sounds like
remake
on this guy.
Redo. Yeah.
every single tile so that it like had an opposite side.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
feel
that's it.
You did great. I don't care what Sasha says. Okay, here we go. Where am I at? I'm pink, right? I love my little pink gnome. I'm gonna go here. And I need to start something new. I want to go right there. And then I'm gonna move my gnome here.
Starting
Okay.
it.
That's my turn.
Okay. Oh, we got a straight piece. Huzzah! Definitely placing that here. And then I guess I will go
Whoa.
here and place my flower.
Dude, there it is. You completed something. Oh, those
it goes
yeah, those stay
finishes
there.
on it. Okay. So that's I
That's a
think,
7.
yeah.
What?
And so am I on this path?
No, you're not on
I'm
that
not,
path. You're on
because
this
this
path.
is not connected to that
That is
until
not
they're actually a circle.
correct.
Got it. Interesting. Okay. So that was a 7. Let me place one of these. I guess I'll go.
Oh, I forgot I could have placed my wildflower if I wanted to.
You could have.
Oh well.
It's okay. You don't have to.
But if it doesn't make a circle, it's not a complete ring. Yeah.
I guess
So
I'll get my mushrooms first. Okay, so mushrooms.
I'll
We
help you.
have. Okay, I guess I'll read them out. I have 3 teal.
Yep.
I have a red, a pink, and a yellow.
Got it. There you go. I'm gonna
Okay.
like mess all these up for you.
That's all right. I'll sort them when I have downtime. Okay, so that was my placements. I now move my token over, potentially 2 tokens, which could give me another flower.
Yeah.
Oops, I was supposed to move 2 tokens down, huh? Oh no, because I took mushrooms. Oh, whoops. Okay,
Yeah. So only the first 2 get that.
I see.
I guess. So you guys each have a flower thing.
Oh, he's gonna take the bottom one.
I sort
Do
of
it.
like it.
Flower.
Double flowers.
Flower.
I don't have to spend actions taking flowers from you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe the mushrooms are better. Okay, so how many teals do I have total?
You have
Sorry,
3
I
or
have
4.
4 currently, and so I could get 3 more.
You could get 3 more. Yeah.
That seems nice. Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Okay, I got them for you. 1,
And
2,
then I'll take
3.
Evan's flower.
Whoa.
Oh, he took yours. This is a war, dude.
Whoa.
I mean, it doesn't make any difference, right?
Whoa.
It doesn't make any difference.
Whoa.
Okay, and then I will send a gnome to trade.
Yeah, here he
And
goes.
you
7
guys
and
have
7.
3 pink. So I can trade both of those right now, right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's that would be 24 points.
Okay.
Oh.
You can just
Pretty
delete them.
good.
I'm not promoted, so I can't delete.
Oh, I can do it. Sorry.
That's pretty good.
Do you want me to promote you?
I mean, that would help me for the future. Okay, I'll do.
Hey everybody,
You said
Sasha's a pretty
24.
cool guy. I just promoted you.
Ooh, thank you.
I just promoted both of you so you guys can both like do stuff in. Just don't share this with the universe yet. Oh wait, we're live streaming it.
I would.
Hello, universe.
He has so many points. Watch out.
24, you said?
Yeah, 24. That's 12 and 12.
All right.
I think that was my turn.
What the heck am I doing?
That was the turn.
I need a gnome over here. All right. So I'll close out a 6er.
Yeah. I got your mushrooms for you.
Thank you.
And you know it's fun, like when we play like on the table, people are always like, "Oh, let me grab those for you." It's always fun.
I will take one of these signposts. We got plus a tile. We got 2 mushrooms, 2 mushrooms, 2 mushrooms, 3 mushrooms, 3 mushrooms. Let's go this one.
Ooh. All right. So you immediately get both of those. You get one more of those, and you get one more of those. Yep. There you go.
And now I've got, let's see, 6 of these. Oh no, I've got 7 of those.
Yep, but that's gone. You can't do it.
5 of those things.
Are you going to the market?
Nah, not yet.
He's holding out.
He's holding out, people. Instead of that, I'm gonna, let's see, what do we got that's fresh? What's new? What's cool?
Okay, let's look at it.
Oops, not that one.
That right there's new.
Yeah. Give me fresh. Whoa. Did I move the wrong guy?
You moved the signpost.
Oh.
I'm assuming you're playing zoomed out so people can see the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll help. I got you.
Cool. That was it.
All right, my turn. This is exactly why I started the thing. Aha. There we go. I want that. All right. So that's my turn. And I'm not moving anywhere. So that's the end of my turn. What the heck? Okay. When there's that many of the same thing, we're just going to... Yep. Draw new stuff.
So 5 of the same mushroom go away?
Yep.
Okay. Who chooses what 5, or is it just...
I just grabbed 5.
Okay.
I mean, it could technically be all of them too. Like,
got it.
I mean, here, you want a full flush? Sasha's
well,
like,
I was just wondering if there was like a specific rule for it.
This game's in development still.
Okay, no, I don't mean to be like grilling you or anything. I'm just curious.
So we've been trying different stuff here. Like, it rarely happens that you pull like all of one thing. It's actually really uncommon.
Got it.
Savvy players are really good at like using them anyway. Like, you can still play tons of them and it works. But typically, like, new players are like, "Oh man, I want."
It can make it feel stale. Yeah.
It can make it feel just a touch stale, and so we just flush it.
Yeah.
So I'll use Sasha.
Okay.
The luck of the draw always tends to like do weird things. I love that his profile picture is like a cat wearing glasses. Like, what the heck, dude? I don't even know what mine is. Let's see. I don't have one.
Yeah, you have to do something to put those up there. I don't remember. I don't remember what it is.
Let's see.
This system is incredible, and what I love about it is it lets me play this like prototypes with people all over the world. which is amazing, but it also is like so weird when like someone jumps in there and it's like a goblin eating like a fireball on a picture.
Okay.
You're gonna try to close
So
it up.
I can't place any tiles that aren't connected to a current path already, right? I can't
Yeah,
like
yeah, you can. You can
I
do
can place a
this.
tile here.
Sure,
Okay,
yeah. You just
got
like
it.
risk and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I could just jump over there and be like, "You can't work there.
Hmm.
Go around me."
Yeah. Interesting.
But I mean, I can technically do this anyway. I can be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna like go right here and like, eat that."
Yeah.
But I will say like when people deliberately are messing with other people in the game because of the rule set, they typically lose.
Got it.
Yeah, Sasha.
Well, but as long as I take someone down with me.
Sasha.
Okay, so
let's see.
Europeans play this game so differently. They literally like I don't know, like this amazing person named Dina in Finland. She just her whole goal is to like make hearts with the like on the
Love
board.
that.
And I'm like, "What are you doing?" And she goes, "I'm making a heart." And then like she also like will add pieces of like all around it to try to make the board shape like a heart, like this. And she's like, "There's hearts within hearts. I love hearts." And I'm like, "Dude, you're amazing. Like it's so different than how I play this." But she's like, "I love it. It's hearts."
Evan, will
Yeah.
you allow it?
Oh, I don't know. Let me look. What do you do? What are you up to?
He's got to zoom in.
Actually, wait, never mind. I decided
Oh,
against it. Yeah, the hanging spots we have hanging here.
Are you gonna loop that thing all
That's
the way
it.
around? I love it.
he's making all sorts of weird stuff. He's
Yeah,
got like
I'm a loopy guy.
I like it.
Okay, I
Because that
guess.
wildflower would allow this wacky loop, right?
it does.
Yeah.
It's going to allow this to go all the way around because it connects
All the
right.
way. Yeah.
It connects on both sides right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I go.
The
I love
wildflowers
it.
are weird because they like add this kind of weird like I don't know what you'd call it system to the game, but it also solves like really important problems sometimes.
Yeah.
He did it. He did a thing.
All right.
Yeah, I think my
My
thing has been
turn.
dead.
It's your turn.
Okay. Well then.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. Will you allow it?
If I get the mushroom.
All right. Never mind then. Um. Let's
That helped
see.
you either way, dude.
Yeah, I know. I want the mushroom either way.
He's not gonna help you.
No, that's not technically connected right now, right?
Yeah, so I don't get a say over that one.
Right.
Yeah, he doesn't get a say. That's true.
Get out of here.
But you are still helping him.
I would never do that.
Mm-hmm.
One.
Do you have a record for the largest loop?
Not currently, but you're getting there. No, I think a person once made a loop that was like 26 tiles big.
Damn.
2.
And they were one thing away from closing it, and the game ended. And he was like, "No!" And he lost bad, like so bad.
I'm actually.
Oh, I didn't even teach you guys like how the game ends. I didn't include that in my teach.
I thought we just play until
How's
we
the
get
game
bored.
end?
Where's like it never ends. It just goes forever.
Just gonna go like that.
Did you
In-game
complete
triggers.
this?
All
Okay,
right.
so ending game triggers. Ready? If a person collects all 8 wildflowers,
Yep.
or they move all 8 ring markers down
Okay.
low, or we run out of tiles. That's it. That's how it ends. Is it my turn?
Yep.
Bro. Oh, I need that. Hello. And I want that. Oh, no.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna go here. Yeah, that'll work. Okay.
That'll do.
I wanted to finish that. Oh, hold on. Hello.
There you go.
It's like I've never played this game before. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. Let me get off there. So the weight of these tokens on
It's enough to mess it up.
it messes up the whole geometry. I'm like,
That's amazing.
thing. Okay, so I got a 5. I get 3 reds.
Did you? Wait, what did you close? Oh, I see. Right there. Okay, got it.
Okay, I got 3 reds, and I get another white. You know what I'm doing,
A lot of white.
bro? I'm moving here. I'm going to the marketplace, and I'm
No.
gonna trade in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No.
6 of those for 15 points.
No.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those for 7 points. That's a big haul.
What do you got? 22?
Is that? I think that's what 15 and 7 is, right?
Yep. Seems pretty good.
Okay, and then I gotta delete all these.
Couple of keys, couple of bottle caps. No big deal.
I know. I've got lots of points. You better get on the board over here, dude.
Yeah.
But
What are you gonna do?
one of the things I need to do is I need to actually like build a system to like limit this for number of players. I know what it already is. I just haven't like actually like uploaded that into the system. So what I basically do is I cover like the first numbers for each one, like the furthest ones for each one for like a 3-player game, right? They just
makes sense.
So.
Did you do your gnome placement? Yeah, you did your gnome placement.
Yeah, everything.
My turn.
Sorry. Yeah, it's your turn.
Whoa. Whoa.
This has been a very low yellow yielding game because no one's playing yellows.
Oh, I'm all about the yellows.
You have 2.
Exactly.
Bro, it's amazing.
Exactly.
So, anyway, tell me what's you guys' favorite games? I'm curious.
Oh gosh.
We'll go with Evan since Sasha's focusing.
Well, let me ask. Do I count this tile twice for the path?
No, it counts once.
1, 2, 3.
It
It's
is
just
the
total
number-
tiles used, not
the
total
total-
tiles of the path.
Correct. The only exception is like, see this right here where it came through twice, where this would be a tile and this would be a tile.
Yeah.
That counts as 2 on this first system.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Just because it like would have been 2 tiles.
Yeah. Favorite games, man. I'm so bad at picking favorites. I'm like the worst. People are like, what's your favorite this or that? I'm like, I don't know. You know, everything has benefits and detriments.
He's going to do that.
How about you?
Me?
Yeah.
Actually.
Oh man. Okay. So I love lots of games. So I go in waves.
Yeah.
Actually, like, so the games I play with my friends are like much heavier than the ones I play with my family. So
Yeah.
like, I have like a family weight game and I have like a gamer game weight game.
Yeah.
So I would say like currently for like family members, we play a lot of 10 Penny Parks.
I've never played that one.
I've heard good things. I haven't played that one yet.
It's super fun. It's like a really fun worker placement type of sort of a thing, and it's blessed. Like we really like it.
Yeah.
It's got a really smart like kind of like carousel mechanism where you get like the first player gets to turn it and like change the prices of everything.
Yeah.
Which is really fun. So I really like that. And then for like current like what I like to play, man, I got like so many. But have you ever heard of a game called like Space Race? Some people hate it.
No, I never played it.
It's really fun. It's fantastic. And we've got Clank Catacombs. That's really fun. My kids love Clank.
Yeah. I never
What
played Catacombs.
like? Well, so like imagine just like tiles are coming out and building the map instead of. You're gonna do that, aren't you?
Yeah, I am gonna do it. I think I'm done.
All right, he's done. He did it. Someone go ruin his life.
All anybody has to do is put a gnome over there, and it's done.
Oh, dude, he's
Well,
so in trouble.
you have to leave your gnome there for the rest of the game to block me.
Or do I? Oh, do I?
But like, you could always have done that with this path.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah, because currently that's still not attached to anything.
He's banking on the fact that you are nice to him.
I mean, he was already on the space. He could have left his thing there. So it's basically if he wants to not do things with his gnome or not.
Yeah.
All right, Evan, you're up, bro.
Yeah. It is a bunch of malarkey there.
There's some stuff out there. I can't believe nobody's unlocked their second wildflower yet.
Oh wait, do I get to ditch all the yellows? Is that a thing?
Sure, go for it. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Oh.
Yellow.
Okay.
Yellow.
There's
what?
over 5 of them out there.
Yellow. Yellow. Get out of here, yellow. Nobody wants
I wish I knew that was an option.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to solve this one problem, and I can't believe it's come up twice in this game. It's super unusual. Wow. Then he pulls out like a bunch of gold.
Yeah,
and they're all on straights. I don't want straights.
I've been wanting straights for several turns.
And you're gonna get some because he's not gonna use them.
Yeah, I can't use all those. You're welcome, Sasha.
Okay.
I just fixed everything for you.
You're making a light bulb over there.
I want it. I don't want to go too crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm already in.
Catherine Drea goes, I'm commenting on the YouTube, but maybe you can't see it. Right after you mentioned fireworks, someone let one off outside. I didn't know this was on YouTube.
Oh yeah, it's live stream right now.
Bro, I'm like watching us live stream myself. This is weird. Let's see here.
1, 2, and then I'll pop a squat right here.
I'm commenting on the YouTube. I gotta like turn the mute.
Oh yeah, you gotta mute it.
It's gonna like go.
Actually, no. Instead of popping a squat right there, I'm gonna pop a squat over here, and I'll sell 6 of these.
Oh, it's like a top down. This is fun. Okay.
And I'll sell. Oop, that's only 5.
Oh, you're trading in
6 of these. So that's a cube here for 9, and here for 9. That'll be
18.
18. Womp.
Why is it always Papa squat, not ever Mama squat?
I mean, sexism.
I know,
bro. Yeah, I'm not going.
You have 18. I think that's supposed to be a 5, not a 3. Right?
Oh, yeah.
No, 5 is a crystal.
Whoops, I didn't even notice the 5s.
Yeah, there you go. You got a 5. Look, you got almost one of everything.
Nope.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
I'm going here. And I'm finishing that one. And then
I want to meet Grandma Squat.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be a part of that.
Oh, come on.
Not even Grandpa.
Hey, Grandma Squat too.
Horrifying. Okay, I'm gonna go. Do I have a? No, I don't have one. Okay, I'm gonna go with that right there.
Yeah, I left a bunch of white mushrooms out there.
I'm gonna go with that, and okay. So first, I'm gonna score this. I get 4 of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then red. Yay. Another red. Okay. And I get a 5. So I'm going to take my reward. And it's going to be an additional tile. And I want that straight piece. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to move right over there and take that. All right. That's the end.
Okay.
Look
There's
at all
where all
those.
these white tiles are. They all just they were
All
clumped
those
up.
yellows are coming back.
It's because no one's playing yellows. And so the bag just keeps getting filled back with yellows.
Yellow is definitely. You should probably make yellows more powerful. Wait, they're way too bad compared to red.
Hey,
I'm joking.
there's actually people in this live chat on stuff.
Yeah.
I think.
On the stuff, doing the stuff.
Oh.
Kappa Squad.
Oh, Sean
See,
Wonder.
grandmas can still get it. I told you.
Sean Wonder is the best. Look at this guy. So, okay, Sean Wonder, I don't know if you guys know him. So he's like this awesome guy, and he has playtested this game like extensively up in Salt Lake City. The guy's fantastic. But actually he has a copy of this game and I don't, so that should tell you something. Like, he has my last physical prototype.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, do I want to sign? Did I see the sign? Did it open up
your eyes?
Um,
Are you happy now? Without
okay.
me?
So I guess I should get my mushrooms. So I just get one of each.
It's cop a squat as in take. Dreyer.
Like Kappa Feel.
Oh my gosh. She's so funny.
Okay, so now I have 4 red. Do I want to 7?
Okay.
That gives me that, I guess.
Yeah, Kat knows like all of my cultural references plus more.
She's like, she knows everything.
Yeah, I think that's actually true.
Like, she's like, it's not fair. Like, if everybody had her like level of like understanding, the world would be a better place.
Okay, I guess I'll put this here and I'll grab a flower that I do not have yet, which is...
You knocked over the gnome.
Yes, who said gnome was that? Just
The
like...
one that was... It was green gnome. He was over here. He's like all knocked over.
He was laying there for a long time.
Why am I having trouble seeing what... I don't have this flower yet. Okay.
What did you get? Did you get a bonus?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, yeah,
right?
and you also get this. Look, you get another one of these. I'm helping you.
Another flower. Thank you.
There you
Seems
go.
like cheating, but what are you gonna do?
And then this gnome can move somewhere. Where was I gonna move again? Oh yeah, I think
I don't know.
I wanted to go.
Game.
I thought this was your game.
Well, yeah, but I'm playing it for
We all
you
love
guys.
this game.
Okay.
You're gonna grab a shroom?
He's going. He's so in love with the whites. He's like, I need to have the whites.
I need the whites.
Yep.
Okay, are we done? Here we go.
I got one. Oh, look at all those yellows.
Somebody needs to use yellow because, like,
nope.
He's putting them back in the bag.
Hey man, you said it was a thing. We're doing it.
We're actually playtesting this right now because I'm trying to figure this out. Like, but I'm realizing that, like, if all you do is throw them back in the bag, they just keep coming out of the bag.
Yeah.
Because you're just increasing the statistical probability of yellows coming out of the bag.
Yep. I'm kind of loving it.
So it's...
You just get to see way more tiles
it's
on your turn.
Statistically, like, it's just increasing the opportunity of getting all those tiles back.
Yep.
So it doesn't work. We have solved the problem, but
I love it.
Funny.
Yeah, I mean, I think spending something to flush would
Make it cost a victory point.
or
Ew.
something.
Or you have to like sacrifice a mushroom.
Yeah.
Oh,
1, 2.
we're gonna like
Because
hit.
flushing does seem quite good. I definitely
And then I've got
feel like I could have
1, 2,
taken
3,
advantage of
4,
that.
5 of these.
Sasha, we're gonna have to move your board. Are you okay with it?
No, I do not consent.
It's too late.
I thought we had to consent with
And
the building paths.
a white
I do not consent.
and
Here, I'll lock this.
a
Lock.
red.
I hope this doesn't ruin your board. Oh, it didn't. That was amazing. I'm gonna lock it again.
Sasha, how many white shroomies do you have over there right now?
3.
3. Hmm. Hmm.
He's got
Then
17.
I'm gonna do.
You guys have a lot more people like paying attention to your channel than I thought.
Eh.
Trevor Olson, are chiclets still a thing? Bro, they weren't
Bro.
good back when they were a thing.
I'm gonna go. Wait, where's my yellow gnome? I thought I had a yellow gnome up
Here
there.
and here.
Oh, all right. We'll go back up there. What was I?
Hey,
I thought I was already up there.
Cat Dreyer has officially said that she does not know everything, and I think we should make her a shirt that says "I am Cat and I do not know everything" with capital N-O-T, because she claims that she does not understand American taxes.
Oh,
but
that's fair. American taxes are yeah.
But I'd like to just out
that's
on
the
the
end of my turn.
ledge here and say that, like, I mean, I'm not sure anyone in this game actually understands them. All right, watch this, you guys. This is gonna be
There's
great.
taxes in this game?
No, we don't like taxes. You guys, I'm gonna do this thing called. Oh no!
Is it a rule you forgot to tell us that makes you win all this up?
What? I'm gonna use the yellows because you guys aren't, and it's an
well, we'll see where that gets you.
It's gonna get me places.
We'll just keep flushing them away.
Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna keep getting them back. Okay, so those are my pieces. I played 2, and I am going to move. Where's my guy at? Oh, she's in the middle. I want another white. I'm gonna go for whites again. I'm gonna take it away from Sasha. Hey, you knocked over my guy. Okay, it's your turn.
Okay.
Sasha. And look, there's a straight piece.
There's a straight piece, but I also need a slight turn piece, which is not. I'm gonna flush the yellows because that's what Evan keeps doing. It seems very good.
I should have started keeping track of how many times we did that. I think this is like number 5.
This is actually gonna not be a part of this game after this meet.
Yeah, that it seems a little broken, but Evan's done it a couple times, so I'm doing it.
I'm loving it.
So, just everyone, this is how playtesting works when you try a new thing, because you're like, and it's like, no, just use the tiles and it fixes itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Occam's razor.
Mm-hmm.
The simplest, easiest solution is typically the right one.
Yeah.
Just use the tiles.
Man, you're gonna get
a
lot of stuff on that.
I can't do it though.
I know. I'm so happy. Like, screw you.
Oh wait, I can. Oh sweet.
Oh, he can. He's gonna make it. That's why those are there.
And then one more tile.
One. I've already used 2 things, haven't I? Oh no, I didn't. I forgot to get my next flower, didn't I?
Get your next flower.
I don't know.
I'm taking it. I forgot to get it.
I believe you.
Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. So 5 should be out, and I didn't get mine.
I believe you. It would be rude for me not to.
It's because you're good. Eric Ledger, that would be a good compromise for a game. You have convoluted tax rules, and people playing cards can put the tax code and cheat the system. Okay, Eric, whoever you are, listen. I'm gonna tell you a story that my wife doesn't want me to share. So we're laying in bed the other night because I had to file an extension on my taxes this year.
Yeah, me too.
Like, because it's just so complicated when you own your own business and stuff. And so,
Yeah.
like, and as an artist, like, bro,
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
we don't do taxes. Like,
I
and
think I have like 3 Schedule C's on my taxes.
oh
It's
gosh,
too many.
that's too many.
Yeah.
So we're laying in bed. My accountant filed all of our taxes finally, and it was done. And we're like, I'm laying in bed. I'm like, oh my gosh, babe, it's done. It's beautiful. The world is functioning properly.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, tax
It
is
is
so hard for
complete.
artists. And she goes, that is, it's so hard. It's like a different game for you. And I was like, that's a game idea. Artists filing taxes, and it's like all magical, and they're like turning it into art. And she's like, you're tired. Go to bed.
Yeah. Yep, correct.
Okay, got my mushrooms.
Whoa, he got a lot of mushrooms. Whoa, 1, 2. I'm gonna mess up your mushrooms.
Don't even look at my mushrooms.
Dude, you have so many mushrooms. This mushroom is not yours.
I know. I want it to be.
Hey, Sasha.
You pushed me over here, so it's
That's
mine now.
not your mushroom.
This is not your mushroom.
My board moved over here, so now it's mine. Okay.
No, Kat, I was laying in bed with my wife talking about my accountant.
3, 4,
I know
5,
it's messed up. I'm sorry.
6,
It happened.
7, 8. Yeah, so it's definitely maximum size.
Hey, you guys,
Yeah.
if you're looking at this right now, we could make Dina really happy and develop down here and make this into a giant heart. And then we can sit there and be like, Dina, it's a heart.
Heart for Dina. Okay, so I got another wildflower.
Eric, is one way to save on your taxes. Okay, maybe we should just, while we're playtesting, if anybody has a question on the live chat, since now I didn't know this was here, you guys.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know. I thought we were just playing this and they were posting it on some place.
Oh, yeah, they can pipe in and make fun of us or ask questions or anything.
Yeah, if you have any questions, let us know. We'll answer them.
Talk about inappropriate accountant-client relations, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All the normal stuff.
Dude, my accountant has a paintbrush mustache.
Don't forget to take your wildflower that you got.
Oh yeah, thank you.
I think I'm falling behind on wildflowers.
You are.
And everything else.
And
you need to like catch
with my movement, I will go here and sell some white mushrooms.
No.
5 whites.
Wait, Sasha, have you completed that many rings?
What do you mean?
He got 2 for this one, but
I've completed 5 rings.
Oh. All right.
I'm gonna fix this really fast because it just bothers me that it's not right.
I feel like Sasha's cheating, but I could be wrong.
Bro, he is cheating.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm
cheating,
right.
But you can watch back the tape.
I've only completed 3 rings. What am I doing?
What are you doing? Wait, how many of these teal ones? I have 2. I'm gonna sell. Am I selling these red ones? You guys have red. You guys don't really have much red, so
I've already sort of sold some reds.
I think I'm just selling. Are
there any segues in the game? Like those things you ride on top of?
No, Trevor's got a 1 wheel though.
That was sort of a joke from last week. The Segway thing.
Sasha has a flag.
So I'm doing 5. Oh shit! Oh Shiza, I accidentally picked this up.
Oh,
and my rotation doesn't let me put it back normally.
It's supposed to be locked, bro.
I didn't unlock it.
Hold on.
Oh geez.
Yeah, there we go.
That's basically correct.
This is why I don't give people. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, I
think that's actually still right. They stayed in the right spots.
Roughly.
So
I'm selling 5 whites for 12. Is that right? Yeah, 12.
Yeah. You agree.
Something tells me I'm losing real bad.
You're gonna go get some points over here.
Should I make copies of keys, or how does that work?
Yeah, there's more over here. Here.
Oh. Oh, there's 2 stocks. Got it.
Yeah, I just got you another key.
Okay, thank you. And then I need a 2. Yeah.
You can get your own button.
Okay.
Okay. Gnomes don't segue. What the heck? It's a different game.
All right, is it my turn?
I think so.
You guys are
Sasha's
Yeah, I think I'm.
not
Yeah, I did my move and everything. I think.
Sasha's
I'm
just
good.
not
taking
doing
his
it
time.
appropriately.
You guys, I just hearted our own video on YouTube. Is that
Oh,
allowed?
Yeah, giving
Yeah.
thumbs up on the YouTube live stream actually does help people see it.
Oh, there. There's no thumbs up. I just have heart,
You just
smiley
have hearts?
face,
Oh, really?
celebrate, rare ink. Oh my gosh, that's so punny. Nice segue.
Hmm.
That's funny.
Yeah. Last week we were talking about mall cups and segways.
You guys, this is
on,
actually
let me
turning into
look.
a heart.
Let me
Like
look.
I'm gonna make this a heart, and I'm
Do
gonna
it.
I'm gonna do it for
Let me look.
my friend.
What am I doing here?
What are you doing?
Who are these people?
What are you making? Oh, you're making a weird thing. Oh, you're going after whites.
Yeah. I'm doing real weird things.
It's okay. It works. You're okay. You also do have this, so feel free to use it.
Oh. Everything is ruined all the time. Is that it? Is that all I do?
Yeah, it works.
All right. And then my second person cannot go to the pinwheel because I started in the pinwheel.
Yeah, that's right.
So I'm gonna go pick up.
Oh, he's
One of
going for
these.
his extra white. Now you don't need the one that you put here. Ah.
Bam.
Okay, my turn?
Yep.
All right. I got to speed this up, you guys. All right, I'm making a heart shape down here, and I'm doing it for Dina.
Wait, did anyone ever answer a cat saying if Sasha has a flag, can he claim that mushroom? I don't know what that means exactly, but I don't know if anyone responded to that.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
Which mushroom?
I wonder if she's talking about the signposts or something. I'm not sure.
Oh, I
know
don't
what
think
a
so.
flag is.
There's a flag. She's played this game before. She knows there's no flags here. Okay, I'm gonna move my
Or
person.
maybe it was a joke that it has passed several minutes ago.
Hold on.
You're not staying current with the chat jokes? Come on.
I'm gonna go there, and then I am going to. That's my end of my turn. All right.
I was living the chat joke. Oh, all yellow.
You guys are gonna do it
Put 'em
again.
in.
Oh,
Oh, hold on.
this
Got
is
it.
why you playtest the game 1,000 times. I have over 400 playtests on this game. I'm not joking. I'm gonna help you.
I appreciate it.
I got you, bro. I got you. I have over 400 playtests on this. Seriously.
How many times did you playtest the you can recycle when you have 5 of?
This is the first time we've played that.
Yeah.
Like, I've never done it before, and I was like, you know what, let's just throw it in. That's why it wasn't part of the teach.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
But when
didn't even.
saw...
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
I was just gonna say I didn't even interpret what he said as if there's 5 that are the same. You could refresh it. I think it was they were all the same, and then he refreshed 5 of those ones. I think there being 5 of the same would happen just way too often.
We've contemplated this. I've contemplated this a bunch of times, and then I was like, you know what? Let's just try it. And I don't like it.
See what happens.
Guys, you're abusing it.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it. It's actually been kind of
I don't know
fun.
if it abuses it just so much as like you can do it a lot.
You can do it a lot.
You get to see so many more tiles.
Yeah. I mean, that's
way,
true. That's true.
Which does feel a little abusive.
But it's a good abusive.
I mean, if everyone's getting to use it, but like I think there was times where I didn't with the way. Yeah, we can talk about it more at the end. One,
Kat
two,
says,
three,
if you
four,
have a
five.
flag, you can claim whatever you want, right? Colonialism.
That's how it works. So I don't claim this now. I claim it when I move my gnome there. Is that how that
Yeah.
works?
So right now, okay. So this is So basically, you completed it. So technically, if you're not going to move there, you're gonna put them in the middle. If you're going to move there, just take them because it's silly to like put them there and then move them back, especially in TTS, which is fiddly.
Wait.
Are
So
you gonna move here?
I mean, otherwise someone else claims that, right? Like I don't get
Yes.
the mushrooms until I move there.
Yeah, the
right?
mushroom. So if you don't go there, what happens is this:
All the mushrooms sit there for someone to take.
they just go there, and then someone can go take them.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm definitely not just
Yeah, you
leaving
should go
mushrooms
take.
for other people to take.
You want these shrooms?
I will go
You-
here and take them shrooms.
There you go,
Take them
shrooms.
shrooms.
Did you give me all them shrooms?
I did. I gave you all them shrooms.
Okay, sweet.
They're yours.
And that was my movement in order
Yeah.
to get those shrooms.
That's your
I
action.
think that's the end of my turn.
All right.
Oh wait, I need to place my token.
Whoa, he is way ahead of
Um
Sasha. You cheater.
That's what I just said. No one's paying attention to Sasha, and he's cheating, and everyone knows
is
it.
there another wildflower? How many wildflowers did you guys get so far?
I doubt it.
So right now, there's
Evan's only
two.
gotten one.
These are
Okay.
locked over here. You can't get them.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I will. What flags do we have? I'm going to call them flags now.
Flags. Okay, we have a extra tile signpost.
Or-
+1 tile, +2 teals, +2 pinks, 3 yellows, and 3 reds.
Yellows are
Mhm.
lame. I'll take
You-
the
you
red
got-
one.
Dude,
That
or yellows. Yellow's my favorite color.
goes right here, and then I take 3 reds.
Taking 3 reds. There it is.
All right, now I get to
Weird.
go. Here we go.
He's gonna do it again.
Oh wait, how do I do it?
You gotta just drop him in.
No.
You're like
Oh.
literally like bad at this.
Yeah.
You select them all.
What is happening?
Yeah, selectively flushing feels funny.
No, this is the first time I've ever done this.
No, yeah, I just think I agree with you that this is
It doesn't work.
the last time that this should be.
Well,
Yeah, this should never happen again. But it actually has been pretty funny. Like, so.
okay, let's see here. 1.
Another good title for a game, All Them Shrooms. It's funny.
2. And then I'll put this sucker out just to get it
What? He's doing
done.
it.
Get it
Boom.
done. So let's see. That's a
You did it.
couple of reds.
When you're looking at it from above, it's very Rorschach-y.
Yeah. A couple of whites.
Mm-hmm. Did you get a pink?
I haven't said pink yet.
You get a pink. I'm gonna get that for you.
Pink, a yellow. All right, and then
There's 2 yellows.
oh, another yellow.
I got it for you. Okay,
Thanks.
you're good. And then it's like
And then I'm gonna.
it's a 7+.
That's 7+.
It is. You can move some things. You can finally. You're gonna catch up, dude.
I'm gonna grab 2
What?
wildflowers that I don't already have.
All right.
Where's another wildflower I don't already have?
You
And
don't
then
have
you're
to-
also gonna get a wildflower because
Whoop.
of that.
Yeah, you get this. Check it out. There you go, buddy.
And then I grab a wildflower and I go whoop.
Man, I think I'm gonna lose now. That's not fair.
Ooh, those are very similar looking wildflowers. And then with my second action. Wait, where's
Yeah.
my other guy? Oh, he's down here. Move
They're
this
supposed to be yellow
guy
and orange, but
over to here, and I will sell 4 white shroomies
for 9 points.
for 9. And then 5 of these suckers
Yeah.
for 7. And that'll be 16 Deuterinos.
There you go. You got some points, dude. Is it my turn?
Oh, took too many. Yeah. Oh, no. Yes.
Okay. All right. I just finished a ring with that. And then I'm going to throw this guy right there for that. All right. That's a 6 over here. Oh, my little guy fell down. And I get 2 of the whites. Because I'm going to steal that from you right there. Yeah, I am. Watch this. You're going to love this. I get 1 of these. And then I get a red and 2 yellows. I'm going for yellows now because I know that is like 80% of what's left in that bag. So, and then I got a 6. I'm going to pick a sign. No, I'm not. What do I want? I don't want that. I'm gonna draft a tile. And I want that one. All right. And then I'm going to move this guy right here, and I'm going to trade these 3 little guys for 6 points. And
Wait, where do you put your gnome to... Oh, never mind. Never mind. Bad question.
is it here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, the most I can do is 5. Okay. So I'm going to do 5 of those. Delete those. Delete those. And so this
5 and 3.
was 6 plus 7. So I get... Wow. This is
13.
embarrassing. Thank you. I'm going to take 13 points. All right. And that's my turn.
My brain still functions, even though it's late.
Yeah. Well, you know, car wrecks, man. They're not good for you.
No, they're not.
Don't do it.
Yeah, no, do not
Viewers, keep that in mind.
Yeah. Let this be a lesson to you at home.
Yeah. This game came out of a headache. This came out of a car wreck and a migraine, and
Really?
that's where this game came from. Look at that. I have systematically formed the heart. You can't stop it now.
You can't handle the heart.
I have diametrically? No, that's not the right word.
Diabolically.
Yeah, diabolically created.
I think that's my turn.
Taking a screenshot of this so that I can send it to Dina. Be like, look at what I did for you. All right. It's your turn, Evan.
Me? Oh, great. I'm going to do whatever the best thing is that I'm going to do, and that is... what do we got going on? What do we got going on? There's a bunch of stuff going on.
What is your mind still?
We got a magenta gnome and a blue gnome fighting over that thing.
Okay, once endgame is triggered, just FYI, whether it's running out of tiles or someone triggers it, everyone gets one final action, including the person that triggered it. That's how that works. So no more tile placement happens once trigger ends. Trigger is initiated.
Okay.
I'm covering up your name.
Whoa.
Nobody needs to know who you are.
Whoa.
That's mean.
Inappropriate.
Sorry, I spaced out a little bit when you were explaining what happens when the game end is triggered. We all get one more turn, or
that just means that we're gonna win, and you're gonna.
Yeah, Sasha, there's no chance. Sorry, buddy.
Okay, so once endgame is triggered, no more tile placement happens, and everyone gets one final action
Okay.
after the turn.
Got it. So another turn, but not, or just another action. Yeah. So just the second part of your turn.
Hmm. Yeah, that's fine. Where's my yellow buddies? There we go.
Like at this turn, like I'm turning the board, and now it looks like an umbrella, or it looks like a butterfly.
Or a fluffy chicken.
Oh,
I'm
it
done.
looks like a chicken.
I'm done. Yeah.
Is it my
here's
turn?
his little beak. Yeah. And his little foot.
I'm taking pictures. Yeah, you're
That's
right.
his heart.
I took
That's
a
his
picture of
butthole.
it. What? Well, boys will be boys. Okay, here we go. I gotta help you. Dang it! I don't want to help you. There's only one. Oh no, I can. You can't stop me. Ha!
So
All right.
do
Stop
I
me
complete
now.
this one?
Yeah, on your turn, you get to count this one.
Okay.
Having
In the
such a
rules,
good
you're actually
time.
supposed to flip this guy on its side, like that, and then that's how you remember.
Whoa.
Oh, I did it! Okay,
Nailed it.
I got it. This is actually hard to do, like in this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do this right there,
Okay. Yeah.
and that's a 5.
Yeah.
And then I gotta play one more thing. I'm gonna go right here, and I have another one in my pocket. I'm gonna place that there.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
So I played 4 tiles that turn, which was fantastic for me. And I finished a 5.
Mm-hmm.
And I get 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. And I get a... Yes, another white. The coveted white mushroom with a blue cap. Okay. And then I get a 5. So I'm going to move this down. And I'm going to take... you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get 2 more mushrooms, and one of them is going to be one of that white ones, and I'm going to take a red one, and then I'm going to move this gnome to here, and that is the end of my turn.
Flush him.
Okay.
Flush
Well, end game is triggered.
We're really. Oh wait, you triggered endgame?
Well,
Oh yeah,
you triggered
you
endgame.
just triggered endgame. I triggered. This is the worst.
How did you trigger end game?
Well, because he completed my
Oh, yeah,
final
yeah.
ring.
Crap. So that was stupid because what I should have done is move that to go get a
Oh my gosh. I don't even think I can finish this.
something of
stupid loop.
value.
I can't even
So
finish
no
this loop
no
in
more
time.
placing
Yeah,
tiles.
there's no more tile placement. Tile
Oh my
placement's over.
gosh.
You're done. I didn't
Oh
even.
my gosh.
He set me up.
So I complete that. So I just put that thing out. That's
Yep, you do. Yep.
it.
So you don't put out tiles either, Sasha?
Nope. He just gets one
Wow.
final action.
My final
Wow.
action will be selling stuff, I guess, because that seems like the best thing to do. I'll sell 8 reds and 4 teals.
It's with a heavy heart that the end game got triggered. That's funny.
8.
Oh my
Eric
gosh.
Ledger. Why did I know that name?
5,
What?
13.
Don't go breaking my heart.
No, the name Eric Ledger.
He's been on some forums and stuff, and he's been on our show a few times. Several times.
Ledger. I'm looking him up.
Yep.
Okay, I think that's my action.
He's a designer.
Oh, look at that. I just added him as a friend. on
Yeah,
Facebook.
nice. So I get
then-
one action. Is that,
He's gonna be like posting. Yeah,
Yep.
you get one
Sell
action.
is that
stuff.
true? I feel bad for
Or-
anybody that already had a gnome on the pinwheel because you can't take that action again.
You can if you move a second.
Your other
No.
gnome.
Making
So-
up rules.
No, that's a legit.
Yeah,
rule.
he said there was no blocking.
Making up
blocking.
rules. Okay.
The only rule we made up was your flushing rule that you manipulated like 1,000 times. Eric Ledger, clearly I'm super important.
So Sasha's not getting any more turns. Is that true?
Yeah.
You are
correct.
important. Everyone, like, I feel like Mr. Rogers right
So-
now, but I want everyone to know on this.
So wait,
important.
something that I want a little bit of clarification on is, since you completed my circle,
I technically triggered the end of the game.
yeah. So that means I wouldn't get my placement for my turn.
I
Right.
think that's correct.
Okay,
This has never happened before.
got it.
So
That sounds
I
correct,
partially
Bob.
set it up that way because I wanted to see what would happen if
we're in
Yeah.
uncharted territories, gentlemen.
It's like no matter what I put down, I'm getting 3 points twice. So I will just put down.
And when he said gnome matter, he was being punny.
No matter what I'll just do these ones because why not?
4, 5, 6.
3 points.
Yes. I get 6 and 3.
3 points.
I get 9 points this
That's
turn.
6 points.
So disappointed with how this ended.
It's 2 feathers.
You did great. Is it my turn?
Yes.
All right, I'm going here. I totally missed the end game trigger. That's embarrassing. And I'm gonna trade in. I'm gonna sell some mushrooms. I get 6
4.
points for that, and I get 3 points for that. Boom! That's 9 points, gentlemen.
What?
I get 9 points this turn.
I don't like it.
Trade back one of my bottle caps.
Don't like it.
Okay, that's the end of the game. Congratulations, you guys have officially played my game. And
Nice.
now you're going to total
I
up
see.
3 things. So the first thing you're going to total up is how many flowers you have. So it just look at the number beneath it. You have 14, Evan. And then you have, let's see, I got to zoom in.
Okay.
So you have 14 in flowers, and you have 10 in rings. So that's 24 plus that.
Okay.
That's your total. That's it. That's how you total the game.
Nice.
All right. I know what I have.
I'm definitely gonna win. That's for sure.
You ready?
18 plus 25 plus 49. You outscored me on like everything.
I have 69 points.
25 plus.
I had a pretty good game,
17,
actually.
80, 94.
You
You
cheater.
keep pushing the aside.
Did you have 94 points?
I think so.
No
Bro.
matter how hard I try, keep pushing.
Yeah, you did great. That was insane. This is actually a really, really high score.
Don't encourage him.
So like this is like really high score.
Yeah, don't
Good.
encourage him. Okay.
Wait.
What?
So yeah, that's the basic game. So
Cool.
the second game you play would all be a lot tighter. So all the points are going to come in a lot closer, and people are going to know what's going on and
Got it.
so. And I can tell you exactly why Sasha did so well. It's because of right here. Building this for him
Yeah.
was tremendously beneficial for him.
Yeah.
And I think you
Son of a
actually
gun.
built part of this too. So you helped him in
I
several
probably did.
places.
So don't be nice to Sasha. Is the lesson.
I think part of it was when he built this,
Yeah.
I didn't like stop him from being able to score on it. If that makes sense. Like when he was here, I did something to make it so that he couldn't score on this one.
Yeah.
And
Right.
so then he left, and then
And you just
eventually
capitalized
claimed it
on all his work. So like essentially you gained 2 turns from the placements,
Mm-hmm.
and he lost 2 turns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's essentially why your score is so high
Mm-hmm.
and his is so much lower.
Sad. It's a sad day.
So, but it happens. But it's a first playthrough, so
Yep.
Anyway,
Yeah, and
so
Evan's
guys,
also just not really good at games, so.
Is that how it is?
whoa,
No,
you like prove it hard down. Why are you
he
friends with
usually
him?
he often wins. It's fine.
He what are you saying? He gave you a gimme?
I mean, I didn't want to make him feel bad, so
Okay, so I hear you guys give feedback,
yes. Are
and
you
then
ready?
yeah, let's hear it. Like, I'm
All right,
interested.
Sasha, lay
Um,
into him.
I usually write stuff down. I didn't write much down. I was definitely in the game. It's obviously a fairly polished game. As far as yeah, there's not like big glaring things that are feel off or anything. I think overall it's like a really solid game. The main thing that did feel awkward, but it also you mentioned that this is something that you're thinking about is I felt like I just wasn't getting the pieces that I wanted, and there was like 5 or 6 pieces that were just staying out, and each time I would take two would come out that I sort of wanted, and then you guys would take those ones,
Yeah.
and so then it was the same 5 pieces when it came back around to me again, and then the ones that just happened to flip over after the ones you took were also not useful for or that great for me. That was early on in the game. Later in the game, that became less of an issue, partially because we were flushing it like crazy. But before we did any flushing, I had this feeling of staleness in the market, just because it felt like there was only 2 or 3 tiles that were getting swapped out.
Yeah.
Any given round.
Well, what's interesting is that this is like, look at this. Nothing got filled in
Yeah.
on the yellow row. Like one
I
person.
did,
Yeah.
and I lost. So obviously,
Yeah,
that
yellow
was not the
sucks.
correct. That was not the correct play.
Well, I actually think that the flushing actually deteriorated the game.
I do think that the way the flushing worked in the way that we play it right here is wrong, but I think having some way to flush, at least from my perspective, feels necessary. Because if there's just like a bunch of pieces that no one wants, then they're just going to stay there forever. Like,
Well, they won't stay there. What happens is that people just start using them. So like this happens. Like you're like, okay, I just got to use these, so I'm gonna drop this here, and I'm gonna put this here, and then
yeah,
like, and then they're gone. They start moving out, and then once they're out, then it works way better. But
no,
because they kept getting recycled over and over again, I think that was actually problematic.
Yeah, I definitely get that. But early on, before we did any flushing, there was a couple of rounds where 5 tiles stayed there for multiple turn cycles.
Yeah.
And so if there was no flushing, I could see parts of the game, not like the entire game, those 5 tiles would be there, but parts of the game would be feeling really stale. And the sort of, from my perspective, I kept seeing you guys get white mushrooms, and I just never had access to white mushrooms because they would always disappear, and there was only ever 2 spots that were swapping out. But yeah, that's a feeling thing. And you also talked about how having some sort of flushing thing is something that's been on your radar. Obviously, the way we did it in this game is not the way that it should be done, but I do feel like some sort of way to flush would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's cool. Awesome.
Yeah. But
But this is coming from the guy who won with 94 points. I'm just saying.
No, I absolutely get that, but I feel like I was able to actually start doing stuff once the flushing happened. I felt more stuck before the because the circles that I was working on, the pieces that were available just wouldn't fit in the spots. Like I think there was like a spot here or something where I there wasn't a piece, there wasn't one that went like this from here to here out there, and so I just like had to wait until one came up and had to work elsewhere. But yeah, anyways,
One of the things we've also played around with, and I'd love your feedback on this, is like just being able to like pick one out of the bag. Just pull a random.
Just take a random.
And then you don't have a choice what you get. It's
Yeah.
option.
I don't hate that as just like I don't like anything out here. Maybe I'll get something that is useful.
Yeah.
It definitely is not good to have flushing be easy, because then that players just not only do they get to look at these 8, but they also get to look at however many they're getting to flush, and that's a little bit too much, like going for the exact piece that you want.
Well, maybe what it is you can throw like 2 of these back in the bag and draw 2 new ones.
Yeah, but have some sort of cost or something. I feel like you mentioned like paying a mushroom or something. I think paying a mushroom to flush is something that I would probably have done. Like if I felt like I got a easy red mushroom early on or something, or easy yellow mushroom early on, I'd be like, I totally want to see 8 new tiles at the cost of a mushroom. And then in that sense, it's not just like each time I have a turn, I'm going to flush every single time kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think that is the solution, but just something to freshen it up would be nice. Sure. I feel like there was this is the problem without writing stuff down, is I have to.
Yeah, you were getting too into the game, man.
Yeah, no, I mean I think the game is really solid. That critique is a very mild thing, and just like it doesn't need it, but it was just like my feeling early on in the game sort of wanted some sort of option.
Sure.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to pass it on to Evan, and then I'll write things down.
Yeah. I'm sure you'll. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let me go down the list here. Yellow flushing. I'll come back to that.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
Storing tiles up. That's when you gain them on your board when you complete a thing, right?
Yeah, so like right here.
Yeah.
You can get a free tile here and a here. And then there's actually a signpost that you can place out that people can visit to get tiles.
Oh, and what's the what are you preventing? Is there a degenerate strategy you're preventing by limiting that to 2?
So the reason it's limited to 2 is because what happens is that like people's like they'll save up 5, 6, and then like in one turn they'll complete like 3 rings. And just end it's very destructive.
Oh. Cool. Wildflowers, even at the end of the game, I'm still like, my brain doesn't wrap itself around wildflowers.
Yeah.
And how they work and how they do or sometimes don't complete things or connect things, and when they do and when they don't, based on when there are or aren't opposing gnomes nearby.
Sure.
The rules for that are just a little squiggy for my brain.
Yeah. It needs a little bit of tightening up.
Yeah.
I could see that.
And
I've gotten that feedback in the past.
Yeah.
So that's not like surprising.
Yeah.
What I typically hear is like, oh, I love this, and it confuses me.
Right.
So, which is like a really interesting combination of feedback.
Yeah.
There are actually a few like scenarios that are edge cases.
Yeah.
Where it's like, and I'll show you here. Like, watch this. If I place and this is just because I want your feedback. So if I place this here, and then this here.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, that's an interesting ring, right?
Right.
But what happens if like a person is like, boom, is that 2 rings?
Right.
Right? Like, did they just complete 2 5s with the placement of 1 tile? So wildflowers actually create a few edge cases in the game that I still need to completely and fully address in the rules.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you're kind of touching on.
Yeah, like the weirdness about wildflower tiles, kind of like, I think it was just because of Sasha's jerkhead placement here that made me leave.
100%.
But maybe if I had understood how wildflowers work, I wouldn't. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to jump in, but just to clarify, in that situation, from my perspective, at my seat, it was I made it so one of the two of us has to leave if we
Right.
want to score anything, and yeah, I
And
just
I
decide.
left
Yeah, and you
after
decided to
adding
leave.
tiles to it. That makes it
Yeah,
good.
I added tiles to it as well, so it's just like
Yeah.
we're both bought in, and I
And so
was
in a
gonna
head to
wait it
head
out.
like that, basically like either one of you leaves and loses, or you both stay and the third person loses.
Or the
Yeah.
third
Well, and
person wins.
so,
Is my
but
guess.
there's a third option. So let's say you were like right here,
Yeah.
right? And he has like made this impossible.
Yeah.
Like the first thing I would have done before leaving is this. Like I would have thrown this down here like this.
Right.
And been like, good luck, dude. I'm not gonna make it easy for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then I maybe even like done this next turn. Like,
Well, you can't do that.
you know. Well, I mean like throw something else down,
But
but you make it
Oh,
harder.
yeah.
At the
So
same time, he's putting two pieces into
he's
a
throwing
ring
two
that I
pieces
am
away.
possibly creating.
Yeah, that's right. And so I totally agree with what you're saying. Like this, so Europeans don't play like Americans at all.
Sasha.
And Americans always are like, how can I like destroy this ring? And like it gets heavily competitive, right? Really fast. So if you played this again, you would never allow this situation to exist.
Well, I
You would have,
didn't allow it.
well, you,
I started my own thing and then Sasha came in.
well, so you had this tile here,
Yeah.
and you had your gnome there, and then you placed this tile,
Yeah.
and it left this wide open.
Yeah, but there's a lot of times where you have to do that.
I know, but what I'm saying is like on a round 2, you're not gonna do that. You're gonna be like, no way, I'm not leaving that open like that. So it's just, yeah, I totally understand what you're saying, and yes, Sasha did play
Yeah.
Ameritrash.
I don't, maybe my brain just doesn't work that way, but I don't think I would ever understand when I can leave an edge open and when I can't.
Yeah, it's always a risk.
As far as, yeah, like I'm not sure how I would have prevented that.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I totally appreciate it. Like I agree with your feedback.
Hmm.
And wildflowers, especially right here, this is like sort of a really unique, interesting, like hybrid, like ring. Like
It's
it's
a
like
weirdo.
it's curving all the way back around and through and then back out.
Yeah.
So yeah, interesting.
It's a weirdo. Um, get shrooms, complete ring. Oh, I see. It felt weird that you take your other action after you complete your ring that you make. Just for like turn timing. And I
Okay.
understand that it does put some limits in place if you do all ring collection at the end, right? Then it means you can't move your guy off of the ring as your last action. It means that you can't sell the mushrooms that you would get on finishing a ring. Um, but just like turn fluidity, I wanted it to be I take my action, I place my tiles, I take my action, and then I
Collect
gain,
everything.
and then I collect my ring stuff.
Sure. And like so different like groups of people actually a lot of people do play it that way, especially
Yeah.
in a really casual game. They're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. And then we even had people during playtest who are like, okay, I'm gonna collect this in a second, but my action is I'm gonna go trade.
Right.
And then like grabbing it all and stuff. So the reason that it staggers this way, so like you place your tiles and then you're gonna execute all of those cascading effects because you may need those exactly like what you're saying for trading at the marketplace.
Right. No, I get it. Yeah.
So, but you're right. Like in a casual game, most players aren't paying super close attention to that like order because it just feels more natural. It's like when he came over here and he made this ring right here.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I'm going to move there. Like I would never like stack the mushrooms there because like it just completed. I would just say, "Are you going to move there?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, my action is to move here. Just take the mushrooms." Like, and it's exactly what you're talking about, I think.
Yeah. 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 Just yeah.
Because it makes more sense to just grab them instead of put them on the board and then pick them back up.
Totally. Totally. But yeah. Let's see. Access a signpost to me doesn't mean what it's being used for.
Oh,
Um,
I see. Yeah,
access to me means to allow access when it was not previously allowed,
like
which
place a signpost.
would mean like, or what are we talking about? Signpost, which would mean access one from over here.
Got it. So like the terminology is not very good.
I think I would change it to visit a signpost when it's out here.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Um,
Now we have played with this idea of like making signposts even more effective.
mhm.
So like this idea like if signposts aren't going out into the market or into the garden, when a person visits like the marketplace, they can also access one of these that are not placed. So it's like you get to trade mushrooms and use one of these. So we've played with that kind of an idea too, which like is like, oh, I need to get that out of there so that people can't keep dinging that signpost that's out there.
That's interesting, but it's definitely like way better than going to visit a signpost that's already out.
I know it is. So that's why we're not playing that way.
Yeah.
So trying to figure out like ways that are like sort of interesting and fun and
Yeah.
Sure.
or maybe you can trade one type of mushroom and access a signpost.
Yeah.
So just playing with some different variations there. Sorry.
Actions wise, standing on a flower to collect the flower. How many times did anybody do that? Did
I
anybody
don't
do
think
it?
anybody did it in this game. No.
Yeah. Do you see that happening a lot?
It depends on who's playing.
Hmm.
So some people are just going after flowers constantly.
Right.
He actually used a lot of the flower ones over here to get a lot of flowers.
Right.
I used one of those.
Yeah.
That's all I used.
One, two.
I think you used 1, 2, 3. So
you must have, yeah, you placed 3 flowers and you picked up 3 flowers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when people go all in on flowers as far as like a strategy,
yeah,
to get to those 25 points,
yeah,
they're hopping around to flowers, especially like if flowers come out early.
Yeah.
So generally what happens is someone's like, oh, I want to make a bunch of small rings at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Everyone in this game took like a much larger approach. You'll notice like there's 1 4 and everything else that came off of the stump is big. So flowers actually came out pretty late in this game. And so when flowers come out fast, like in an early game, people are jumping on those flowers right away and they're collecting them, which changes like how the game flows.
Okay.
So we didn't do it in this game, but some people really like that.
Okay. Yeah, I was just kind of earmarking it as an unnecessary action, but if it gets used a lot in other plays, then maybe not. Yeah.
I would say, how do I say this without being weird? Like less strategic players, often like casual players.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to go get this flower, and they're like, and they do it.
Right.
So one of the things I was trying to design into the game is an accessible game that you could play with someone who's not like a hardcore gamer and still have fun with them. And so, yeah, it's supposed to be able to handle like a bunch of different play styles.
Okay. Cool. Mix and match bonus. I kind of wanted a mix and match bonus for the market. You know,
what do you mean?
Like a one of each.
Oh, like where you could do one of all types?
Yeah, as like a whatever.
So we play tested that where you could go and you could trade one trade for red, one for yellow, one for teal, one for pink, and one for white. Is that what you're talking about?
I mean, I would trade a yellow, a red, a blue, a pink, and a white, and get 15 points or whatever.
Oh, like
or 10 points.
You're saying like some like combinations.
Well, like one of each.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Obviously,
But I've never play tested it.
that's just a like it's probably an extra weird thing. It's not necessary, but I did end up wanting to do that a couple of times just based on the way that I placed my tiles out and the mushrooms I got early game. And
Yeah, because
I had like
you
all five, and then I was like, oh, that's not good. I need to go deeper on individual ones.
interesting. Okay.
And I was
We've
like,
never.
if I could ditch all five of them for 10 points or whatever, like I would have done that.
Yeah, we've never play tested that
But I
ever.
don't know. It might just be an extra thing, and I don't really like adding extra things, so who knows? It was just a thing I found myself wanting to do.
Cool, love it. That's interesting.
Um, the valuation of the mushrooms, does that consistent with their prevalence in the stack?
Okay, so you want the math behind it?
You don't have to tell me the math. I just want to know if it's consistent with the prevalence or not.
It is. So we
Okay,
can
great.
talk about the math if you want
No,
to.
I don't care. That's fine.
Okay.
I was just curious. Um,
And I'll tell you this: not only is it within the prevalence of how they are,
mhm,
but it's also with the shapes they're on. So
mhm.
like the reds and the yellows, they're always on the smallest like corner pieces.
Yeah.
The teals and the pinks are always on, almost always on larger ones,
Yeah.
and the white ones are almost always on straight pieces because they're the hardest ones to close in a smaller ring.
Yeah, I was noticing that.
So everything that you're doing is designed to like be mathematically harder to do to get those larger points.
Hmm. Yeah. Um, which that makes total sense. Buy row value. What's it? I was also noticing the thing where Sasha was bummed that every time whites came up, it was not on his turn,
Mhm.
and
That's true.
you and I were taking them.
Yeah, we were.
At least the first 2/3 of the game.
Oh, he had to like come to the sign over and over again to get those
Yeah.
lights,
Yeah.
and
Um.
that made me happy. He ended up getting a white here
Oh, he did.
and
He
there.
did fine.
Yeah.
I donated a white.
I eventually got the whites, but
Yeah.
in the first like half of the game, I couldn't get
Yeah.
any.
The OG, like on this starting tile, and this is purely visuals, the coloration is different on the paths, and it actually makes it kind of tough to recognize at first blush that like this is a path here, just because it's a different coloration.
Um,
It's more yellowy instead of green
the
versus the
so
tiles, which are more green.
I agree with you. So the digital version, it like it like super enhances all the colors. And so yeah, like the actual physical piece, this is much easier to see. And I don't, you're right, that's really
Yeah.
difficult to
Yeah, because the
see.
tiles are green-ish, and the middle, the central starting tile is yellowish. It's
I
interesting.
agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
Anyway, as long as you're tracking that and it's gonna be not an issue, then that's great.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Um, turn order for final round. The game was long enough, which I don't know how often it lasts this long. It was on TTS, yada yada, all that.
Yeah.
Lots
That's
of
it.
reasons it might be,
Yeah.
but the game was long enough where you're gonna have a segment of players that are super annoyed if they don't get an equal number of turns.
Sure.
So the way that you're triggering the end of the game might cause some people to be upset about it.
That's fair. Um,
Um,
so the end of the game has been the part that I've actually struggled with the most
yeah.
to make this feel fair. And I've had people suggest everything from like, okay, like pull out 6 tiles out of the bag, and those are the ones that you get for any bonus tiles because
Right.
that's what kind of throws off the numbers. And then
Hmm.
just put the exact number of tiles in the bag for that number of players, like so that you can know that everyone's gonna get the same number of turns.
Yeah.
So we have played with stuff like that. Um, I mean, I would say the end of the game is where most of the criticism has been made.
Interesting. Okay.
So you're touching on something that like has been under development for at least the last like 2 months.
Yeah. Okay.
It's been tweaking. So
Yeah.
and it's good to hear that it's still not right yet.
Yeah, it didn't bother me because, in fact, I think we did actually end up with even number turns.
We did end up, yeah, that's right.
So it actually wasn't an issue in this particular play, but I could see it being an issue for some folks.
Sure.
At this, what's your normal game length?
So the average game runs about an hour.
Okay.
Like, so at 4 players, it runs about an hour.
Yeah.
With less players, it actually goes a lot faster.
Yeah.
So for a first play,
Right. Yeah, we did an
went
hour
a
and
little
40.
long. Yeah, this went long.
Yeah.
And part of it is TTS. TTS just takes time
Right.
because it's
Of
fiddly.
course. Yeah. 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 Okay.
I,
Yeah.
I'm
You
also
know,
a AP prone player, so yeah, sometimes
well,
take
it does you
longer
well.
turns.
Does you well in the final score. Um, but yeah, if you're 45 minutes and under, usually people care less about players getting the same number of turns, but that's
Sure,
kind of the precipice of people start caring a lot more at the 45 mark and past.
sure.
And it's depending on the person, obviously, it might vary, but
Yeah.
um so yeah, I don't know. Like obviously I could throw out like a bunch of different things to try, but you've probably already done a bunch of different trying, so anything I throw out, I don't know how useful that would be for
Throw it
different
out.
ways
I'm
different ways
open
to end the
to it.
game.
We
Um the
we've tried lots of different things.
Yeah,
The feedback has been only have 1 or 2 triggers. Um,
yeah.
so and let it just be the end of the tiles. Like just set it up so that there's only so many tiles for so many players, and that's the
Mhm.
easiest, most organic way to end the game.
Mhm.
So,
Or what
but
so many places it does finishes their rings or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
So those
Um
are like sort of the things that happen.
yeah. I like just an idea that came into my brain, which, rightly or wrongly,
Hmm.
the one more action thing. How often do people take an action other than sell mushrooms
So it typically is either sell mushrooms or
or grab a
have
wildflower?
a wildflower.
Uh-huh.
And there have been a few players that are like, okay, instead of an action, I would rather complete a ring. And actually, that was where I was at today. Like, if I could have completed that ring, that would have benefited me more than doing almost anything else.
Just for points on bringing down a disc.
So, because I could have completed that 5. Well, I've already used this, so I guess maybe it wouldn't have, but it could have potentially got me a flower
Mm-hmm.
and moved down a marker, right? But so
Mm-hmm.
there's been a couple of times where people are like, well, I want to do that instead.
Mm-hmm.
So
So you just let them choose one action.
so we've play tested it both ways. Um, for me, it's like just taking action is really simple.
Yeah.
There's no value in going here to visit a signpost
Yeah.
because you can't spend it.
Yeah.
And there's no very like value in moving to like reserve something. So at the end of the day, like it limits you to those 2 actions and potentially placing those to complete a ring, which would potentially give you a cascading effect.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll probably be ultimately in the rule book, it'll be like you can do one of these 3 things at the
Okay.
end of the trigger.
Yeah. I was picturing like a round robin, mushroom sail off kind of thing, but yeah, anyway.
Well, the reason we actually created it is because it used to end the game immediately. Like, so Sasha or whatever would have ended the game, and the
Right.
game would. And everyone's like, "Wait, I needed one more trip to the
Yeah,
market."
yeah, 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 yeah.
And so it kind of lets people like trade last 2 things, so that they don't feel like all that was like.
Well, that's why I was asking if people often wanted to do something other than go to the market. Because if your answer was go to the market, then my recommendation was going to be like just do a market sale
The reason it's
at
not a
the end of
market
the
sale is
game.
because
But if people
occasionally
want to do other things, then yeah,
a player has left their both gnomes here and they can't do a market action.
right,
So their only choice is to come here and grab that
right,
because they've left themselves like
right,
stranded.
right. And that's what I'm saying is like if people didn't want to do other things, I would just say everybody gets to do a market
Is to
sale.
trade one more sale. That makes sense.
Well, I was nicer about it. I was gonna have it be like everybody, like you sell, you sell, you sell, you sell, you sell, like just everybody sells. But I don't know.
Oh, everything until
Yeah,
they're gone.
just
Whoa.
like you pick one mushroom sale, and then you pick one mushroom sale, and then you pick one mushroom sale, and you kind of go around. I don't
Until
know.
they're just all filled in and gone.
I mean, or everybody's out of mushrooms.
That's
Um,
actually really interesting. We've never play tested it. That's
it
something that I will try.
it's probably just unnecessarily weird, complex thing at the end of the game, but it came into my brain, so I spit it
Okay.
out.
Thanks for sharing it.
At the very end, you could bring out a little gavel, and then it could just turn into this little auction game.
Totally different mechanics for the game.
Oh my gosh! You're
Uh,
like, okay, who is willing to give a victory point to make the best trade?
But I could look at you and be like, "Ooh, I know he wants to sell those, so I'm going to sell those things before your sale." I don't know.
Oh my gosh!
Okay,
It's the after game.
I know the after game. It's a bad idea. Okay, um, so how many different numbers of tiles have you tried in the buy row area to get to
So
arrive at 8 being the correct one?
okay, when we first started this game, these were in your hand. You had a hand of 4 tiles,
Uh-huh.
and you had to play out of those tiles, and it was so hard to like function with like you were looking at this and then you're looking at that and you were watching your things and it was just too many things. So then we moved it here to 5 tiles
Uh-huh.
like that.
Uh-huh.
But this got stagnant really fast.
Uh-huh.
And so we just kept adding tiles until it really generally worked. Now,
Okay.
I know that sounds like simplistic. The problem is that what we experienced today with all these yellows, like this rarely happens. But when we started flushing these back into the bag,
Right. Then it's going to happen more and more and more. Yep.
it just happened more and more and
Yep.
more, and it just kept repeating over and over and over again. And so it seems like a way big problem, right? Whereas if you just leave them out, people eventually are like, okay, I'm gonna go use this. Like we just got to get them out of the marketplace.
Yeah.
So this actually caused a pretty significant imbalance in the game by allowing these to be thrown back into the bag repeatedly.
Yeah. So one thing that is hardly revolutionary or an idea, you've probably already thought of this. But in my head, 5 tiles is correct just for analysis purposes. Like more than 5 starts getting like too much to look at for options, I think. But 5 is enough to give you enough options.
It's actually tougher than you think.
Yeah, it could be.
And
then
we started there.
Right. And then, and you've seen this in other markets before, but you have such a cool system of chiblets here.
Yeah.
Of different things where, okay, let's say, these 3 tiles don't get chosen, right? These 2 get used. Okay, we fill in the market. Okay, and then this person takes this tile and takes the extra point and this tile, right? And these get filled in, but this one got 1 and these 2 got 2. Right, so then
you're
it's
talking about like creating incentive to use them.
Right. Every time they get passed, you add the next larger chip thing
they wouldn't
until
stay there for very long.
What's that?
They wouldn't stay there for very long.
They wouldn't. I agree.
I mean, at 3 points, man, I would do this like every single day. Like,
yeah, I agree. Which is kind of the point.
I mean,
yeah, maybe 3 is too much.
It might be, maybe it's only ones, but I just looking at your chiblets, it makes me want to do this like scaling, like every round it doesn't get taken.
Holy cow! But like, how do you balance that? That's like so many points. Like,
well, you balance it because
people are just taking.
People are
chips.
going to take them.
They're going to take them.
Yeah.
I've never play tested it.
But yeah, if you wanted like a simple version of it, it would just be 1 point every time it's not taken. But I just like your chiblets, and I want to see them like get used more.
Okay, so it could even be simpler than that. Like, what if it was just like this? Like, let's see here. What if it's just this simple? It's like, okay, like they always fill back in.
Oh yeah, they like gravity.
The sliding, yeah. That was another one I was thinking of, where like.
What if they just always fill back in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like the ones that don't keep getting picked, they always move to a point where it's like, okay. And I don't even know if it needs to be victory points. Like it could just be like
A mushroom.
Well, it could be a
like
shroom. Yeah, it's whatever.
like like I know these are fun. People love
Well, the thing is, you have
the
them in the
money
game. If
system.
they're gonna stay in the game, I feel like you could utilize them more.
Probably that's true. Yeah.
Because right now
So
they just track victory points, which
yeah,
could
that's
be a one board with 4 cubes instead of all these cutouts or whatever. But
true. So no, it's interesting because
yeah, there's also the
I've never
sliding by
played
row
those.
style where these ones are the oldest out on the row, and it refills and slides down, and if you take one of those, you get a point or whatever, or a mushroom.
Yeah, it could just be like something like that.
Yeah, I
This
mean,
is
I'd probably
this is actually more valuable
yeah,
than this.
exactly. I would invert those, but yeah,
So it could be like that.
yeah, and
Uh,
the row slides this way.
yeah, and then but once this gets taken, right? Then a new one comes out,
Mm-hmm.
and this doesn't like move down or get one.
Oh, you're not sliding. Okay,
Well, I mean, it could slide. It's just I have to move all these in.
right. That's why I was kind of adding to the ones that weren't taken rather than doing the sliding system just for fiddliness sake. But
Yeah. No, it's an interesting idea because it simplifies it and it forces things to go. And I'd have to play test this.
yeah,
But it's an interesting idea.
yeah. Well, this
I have not play tested anything like that.
okay.
But I really like the idea of using these for more than that.
Yeah, because if somebody's
When-
leaving yellow tiles out there and they're starting to get like 2-3 points on them, it's like, all right,
Mhm.
I'm gonna go yellow tiles.
Sure. Yeah, and I think this is interesting. And it wouldn't be hard to play test. A couple of rounds and you'd be able to see like the impact.
Yeah. So some system, whether you do the like, this spot, like permanent bonus on permanent bonuses on the oldest spots, or adding one every time it's not taken. There's different ways of doing it, but some method of increasing the value of things that were not taken.
But also bring currency out earlier. So we used to have a rule in the game where like let's say green gnome was here and I wanted to go get those. Because you'll notice like this one was visited multiple times by many people.
Yeah.
But if I went here, I had to pay green a bottle cap. I had to be like, oh, well, there you go. You get a bottle cap, buddy. Thanks for letting me take that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was frustrating for people because they're like, oh, it's not worth it for bottle cap, but I really want to go there.
Mm-hmm.
So we just removed it and it opened up all the play,
Yeah, it sounds
especially
like
in
the
a
right call.
four-player game.
Yeah. Plus,
But
that's just kind of fiddly too. Those microtransactions like that tend to be
yeah,
a little fiddly. But
it was fiddly, and the other thing was is that nobody had currency early in the game.
right,
You weren't getting that early.
right. Yeah, you had to have them to do them. Yeah.
So
Um. Yeah, and then the other one is, if you don't like that system, then just paying any color shroom to refresh the row, I think is fine,
yeah.
or to refresh 2 tiles or whatever.
Well, and I think you're right. This as long as there's a refresh system,
Yeah.
this works at 5 or 6 instead of 8.
Yeah. From my brain, 5 is the max, but everybody's a little different.
Yeah. Well, what the problem is like if you're needing with 100 tiles, and if you look at the back of the rule book, let's see here. If you look at the last page, there's actually quite a few different types right here. There's actually quite a few different types of shapes.
Uh-huh.
And so because of the number of shapes that are available, like it needs to refresh enough.
Mm-hmm.
You need enough options so that you're not getting stuck with just a whole bunch of like
Yeah, but starting with 8 and filtering 2 through each time doesn't solve that.
Okay, that's fair.
Right? That gives you 3 extra choices whole game.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's fair.
Yeah. Anyway, so some way of either incentivizing the ones that are out there being taken, or a refresh system like what
Mhm.
Sasha was saying, where they you pay a mushroom to cycle it or
Just
cycle two of them.
cycle it, yeah. Well, actually, I like your idea of this. This is interesting and it's simple, and you're like, okay, like the first time you don't do it, you're gonna get a red mushroom, and or like something of that value, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the second time it hasn't been taken, like throw another mushroom on it.
Mm-hmm.
Because essentially what you're doing is you're increasing the value
Mhm.
of that in a trade scenario later. But I also like the
Right.
idea of using these because I think these are super fun tokens.
Exactly. They're so cool, and if you keep them,
Yeah, they're
I
just
would love to
really
see them
fun.
used elsewhere.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, they're really
Which is
fun.
kind of why that was, even though that's the less conventional way of doing a market like that.
Yeah.
I think it'd be kind of, I don't know, it might be too crazy, and we would never get past the button, but who knows?
Well, the other thing too is like you're giving people victory points for just taking a tile.
Mm-hmm.
Um, essentially, what I don't want to do is so everything in this game has
Yeah,
math.
probably. Yeah.
There's like so much math here.
Yeah.
Like I can tell you the exact mathematical value of that tile,
Right.
this tile, right? And
Right.
so by throwing these like in, it actually throws
They're too
off
valuable.
all the math
Yeah.
because this tile is actually supposed to be worth a quarter point.
Well, right, but if nobody wants it,
That's right. So I get what you're saying. Like
yeah,
now it becomes more valuable
right.
in that sense. So it would like be moving tiles fast. So yeah, no, I think it's
Yeah.
a real
But
interesting
yeah,
idea.
if you need slightly less value, then yeah, you can do,
You could throw some smaller
you
things on
could
it.
do red, and instead of 1 point each, you could do, these two, or whatever.
But what I love is like that you went here because when people sit down at a table and they see these, like people can't stop touching them.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh my gosh, I love these
Yeah.
little." And occasionally someone's like, "Why is there litter in the game?" Which
I
crack.
mean, yeah, it's one of those things where my I have, when I look at games, I kind of have like a hatchet, and I just want to cut everything out
Yeah,
generally. So if you didn't make those personally,
you'd be fine with it.
I would say give us a score track and a few cubes and get rid of all those punch boards,
Yeah.
right?
hmm
But you did make them, and they are cool, and it does increase the table presence and cool factor of your game.
Yeah.
But right now, they don't really do anything,
Yeah.
which is why I was trying to bring them in some way.
Sure.
But yeah,
And Trevor just says that the incentive system is something that he really likes in games. It forces him to consider
Giblet.
something I didn't plan on doing,
yeah,
which is fun.
yeah. It's a super common way of handling markets that aren't cycling.
Yeah. Oh yes, no. Uh, and
Giblets.
yeah, you are a strategic player, and like flowers are a legit strategy in this game. Like you can win with going like hardcore flowers. Like
So,
that player wins a lot.
so one thing that I thought was interesting is, and maybe it was just because I was just ahead on completing
Everything.
circles or completing rings.
Mhm.
I got to a point where I got a reward, and I wanted to go for the flower thing, but there was no flowers available for me to
Yeah.
get with
Right.
it, because Evan had only gotten one wildflower and you had only gotten two, so there's only
So you did
6
too
total available.
well.
Well, yeah, so it might not be a problem. It was just something that I thought was interesting. That this is does nothing if
It's a
I
limited resource,
Mhm.
and that has
Yeah.
come up as a criticism before.
Mhm.
So I've contemplated saying oh, if you get this, you can just pick one of these,
uh-huh.
right?
Mhm.
But inevitably, what happens is that every player picks anything that's not already out
Right.
Yeah,
because
just
they
good.
want anything that they think isn't going to come out next. But it also
Mhm.
changes how you choose these. You're like, oh, someone's already taken that. I'm gonna take one that they haven't taken.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it still works, it works both ways. It's just it plays like a
Mhm.
slightly different strategy as you're playing.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Another thing, just by looking at your pieces and thinking about like what could you do.
Mhm.
And again, this is just like more junk to lay on your game, right? So maybe it's not the right call,
sure.
but the wildflowers currently look different but are not meaningfully different in any way, right? It's just there's 8 different things, and if you collect them all, that's a lot of points. But
Yeah.
they're not actually different from one another.
No, they're all just wildflowers.
Right. Um, my brain kind of wants, you know, and they're wild in the sense that they can connect on any side,
Mhm.
but I also kind of like the idea of them representing some type of like mushroom bonus or just something to make each one unique in some way. Like why you might pick one flower over another when you're selecting them, or why you might be bummed that somebody else took a flower before you did because that was the one you wanted or needed. Um,
Interesting.
because right now they don't have that. And I'm like, okay, well, what if this wildflower is the gain 1 victory point per yellow mushroom in the circle that it completes, or whatever. I don't know,
Oh, I see.
something.
You want these to like almost be um
I want them to do something different from one
like an
another.
asymmetrical gnome power.
Sure,
Or like an asymmetrical wildflower power. Like
exactly.
the ring that you
Wild
complete
power.
with this would get you X
It
for
would
doing
do something
something.
different from a different wildflower.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting. I
So
like it.
that when I'm gaining a wildflower, it's not just, oh, I gained a wildflower. I would go, ooh, now I get to lean into that,
Hmm.
strategic thing I've been thinking about or considering or
So if this
whatever.
said like put me in like a 5+ ring and get like a button, you'd be
Sure,
like, I want that.
exactly.
Got it. Yeah,
Right.
that's
Or
interesting.
maybe I'm not doing 5 rings and I'm doing a bunch of little tiny ones,
All
then
I'm saying
then
is,
I don't
why
want
didn't
that one. I
you
want a
play
different one.
test this before now, jerk? Like, no, I'm just joking.
But that's just something where I'm like, you've got the pieces there, you
Yeah.
know,
No, it's fun.
to use, and I'm just like, okay, what else can you do with those?
Like, what can we do to make these like really shine?
Hmm.
Yeah, I like it.
But again, like my tendency is to bloat games and then cut them. So my initial thing is I'm like looking at things to cut or bloat.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind, and obviously,
So
if it
I
if
will
it makes
say,
more sense to just take a wildflower, then just take a wildflower.
I have stripped out so much bloat out of this game.
Yeah,
I've actually developed 2 completely different
yeah,
expansions to go back in. And I have actually stripped away all the excess so that like the core game is really tight.
yeah,
So what I've been working on is building like sort of like a fundamental engine that I can plug other mechanics into and it still works.
yeah, totally.
And so I've stripped away a ton of other mechanics, but I've also, heard things like what you just talked about, like, and people are like, hey, I want this to feel different every time I play it. So
Hmm.
add some sort of like bonus asymmetrical power, right?
Yeah,
So and I've heard this before.
yeah,
So
yeah.
and it's a good idea, but no one's ever connected them to this. So and I can tell you, the wildflowers have been 100% the hardest thing to balance in this game.
Interesting.
Like how these function. So for a while, wildflowers were so powerful.
Hmm.
They were so valuable. Like 90% of people went after wildflowers to win the game.
Yeah,
Like they were way OP. And then I had to like pull them super far back because they were too powerful.
hmm,
And now they're almost like less valuable as far as like getting them,
yeah,
but because like these tokens just they're not as valuable right here.
right.
These aren't as valuable as they used to be.
I see.
However, they're still valuable. And I actually had to start giving people these like, oh, you unlock the wildflower, you get one, because
Hmm.
that's how devalued they had become
Gotcha.
for a while. Because the real value is having a tile that you can play as a third tile
Right.
that solves problems for you
That's a
on your
wild.
turn.
Yeah.
It's a wild. So that's the real value.
Yeah.
But I like the fact it's like, what if there's like something on there where it's like, if you do X with this, you get reward. And I think that's really
Yeah.
fun because now it's like, I just needed to fix this. I'm going to give up that reward. And it's like that crunchy decision. I think it's smart.
Yeah.
That almost also feels like something that you could have the more involved version on one side of the tile and then the simple
Oh,
it
totally.
doesn't do anything version on the other side.
Yeah.
Totally.
And I've built that into the game. I don't know if you guys saw this, but like, so this is
Whoa!
this is the advanced mode. It's on the
My
back.
signpost.
Sorry, I'll fix it. So
oh,
like,
interesting. A specific shape
Oh,
of path.
yeah.
I
So this
see.
is like advanced mode. If you look at it,
Yeah.
big,
Yeah.
and it only gives you really one size of each ring that you can make any form, and then you have to draft other things specifically to get those rewards.
Yeah. Interesting.
And this is a way tougher game. This was
Right.
the original version of the game. It was so tough for people that like I made the board you're playing on.
Yeah.
And what's fun is like when you've played this game a lot, you can let your kid play with this version of the game,
Mm-hmm.
and then you play this, and you actually have a handicap.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So I mean, I haven't talked about it a lot during like playtests
Yeah.
like online, but that is part of what is intended to go into the box.
Yeah.
And what you just said, Sasha, like put that other version on the back of the flower. You're like, oh, you can play with this or not.
Right. Yeah.
And that's super smart, and it actually follows through with exactly like that board flips over, and now you have a harder version of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I don't know. Yep. I like it.
That's fun.
That's all I've got. And then something about the wildflower connection thing still, but we already talked about that.
So what I'm going to do is actually like, so the other thing that people struggle with is the fact that they don't have like the color match. That's hard for people. So the design of these tiles is going to change so that it's just going to have like a hexagon with some like color on the outside edge saying like, oh yeah, this is a wildflower tile.
Right.
And this is how it's used.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But that was most of what I had. Obviously, you've come a long way on this thing. It looks awesome, and publishers are super interested in it, which is freaking awesome. That's so cool. And it deserves it, and I think it's gonna be big, man. So that's freaking awesome.
Dude, thank you guys so much for playing it. Like, I just love it when people play my game and have a good time.
Yeah,
So,
no, it was fun. Sasha
it.
didn't write anything down, which meant he was thinking. He was having. So what about what we were talking about was a good takeaway from you that you're like excited to go check out or think about? Or
Could I just say one or two things really quick?
Yeah,
I was wrote a couple of things down just
okay, great.
just to add
He
on
wrote
to...
stuff down afterwards.
Yeah,
Well, he's not playing
Bro.
it's very minimal. Most of the things that Evan was saying, I definitely was agreeing with, and I just wanted to sort of reiterate, having these different sort of shapes of point things made me think that either I thought coming into the game that they would do more.
Yeah.
And if they aren't going to do more, then just make them all buttons, and just so it's like not like a bunch of different I don't know. I feel like different colors of buttons and it's just currency, because it is just currency. If it has these different shapes and stuff, I want it to like do something else. Is sort of what the feeling of seeing like a key, like a skeleton key. Does that going to unlock something? Like no, that is just the same as 5 buttons. Yeah. So
sure.
The other thing, tiles. We were just talking about the options out in the market. We were talking about that whole market thing. The TTS version, you said we don't have that inverse thing, which does
which makes it easier
also give you more options. So that is a difference in like the physical version. There was 1 or 2 times, like this tile specifically,
Yes,
that I wanted it to be the inverse of that.
And on the tabletop, it is, and you can just throw it in, and it works perfectly. You just flip it over. Yeah.
That makes sense.
So yeah, that definitely helps with the market having more options versus tabletop. Yeah, everything else I wrote down here is basically just sort of saying, yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. Anyway, that was
Cool. Yeah, Ammon, what are you excited to go? Like what's your takeaway from this playtest?
It confirms like a lot of the stuff that um has been on my mind.
Yeah.
And so I've been playing around with stuff um like simplifying the currency, right? Like we probably don't need buttons and bottle caps, right? Ones, threes, and fives is fine, probably.
Right.
Like simplifying it. At the same time, like there's a demographic that is like, I want those things in my collection, right?
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
As far as this, I think this is a really fun idea, and I love the idea of like putting like a new sort of like system on the back and like almost enhancing how wildflowers play. I like that a
Mm-hmm.
lot. This has been, you know, this is a unique situation in this game because we kept flushing all those like yellows back into the bag. And so like it actually like made it worse over and over and over.
Yeah.
In a typical game, I think we've only ever had it happen once where we're like, oh, we have too many of a certain type.
It's hilarious.
So it like exacerbated this problem like
Right.
significantly, which
Yeah.
was actually really fun to see. But no, I really appreciate the feedback. Like I think it's great. And I'd be what's interesting is like watching like how people play this differently the second game. Because they always play this differently the second time.
Yeah.
And no, I think this is great feedback. I really like all of it. There's some changes in the works that I haven't like published on TTS yet
Sure.
that would actually address some of these issues.
Cool.
Not the market issue, because this is a new concept, like sort of like making that last or like go up.
Yeah.
I mean, and honestly, like we were thinking, I was thinking as you guys were talking, it's like, okay, if this has a yellow mushroom on it and it doesn't get played, it gets another yellow mushroom on it, right? And if it has a yellow or red mushroom, that's not going to stay there very long, but maybe it gets
Put a yellow and a red.
It gets one of them, right?
Uh-huh.
So like the longer these sit here, the more mushrooms are worth.
Yeah.
Just going up because
I like it.
Something that simple, I think really does that, but it what it doesn't do is it doesn't answer the whole thing like, hey, make these more valuable. And I think you're right. There are ways to make these
Right.
right here more valuable.
Mm-hmm. Or more used in the game.
Yeah, I think there's absolutely some ways to do that, and maybe those are expansions. I don't know.
Yeah.
I knew that some people who love this game would kill me if I removed all these.
I know, right?
They'd be like,
I mean, they are awesome.
They are really cool.
Yeah.
But like because they look so cool, I want
you
them
want
to
them to do something.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But somebody actually wanted me to like convert all this into like graphics of these, and I'm like, oh, dude, it's so hard to like. There would be so many icons.
Yes, no.
It's an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, no.
To do that, it's not legit.
Right.
But I think this is exactly one of those ways, where we can like start using more of these. Like, dude, like if you place this into if you use it in this way, or you place it next to another flower, like this gets you a feather.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so if you sit this right here, boom, it's worth a feather.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so, and I think that's a really fun way to like implement using more of these sort of a systems. But absolutely. No, I think this is great. Thank you guys. Thanks for playing my game.
Yeah, no, it was
Absolutely.
fun, man. It was good having you on. Oh, Kat says that it's looking really good, which of course that's true.
Kat, I just love you, girl. You're so awesome. She's like been one of my like real big cheerleaders, and
yeah, no, Kat's great. We're very lucky to have her local.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, so let's do an outro and get the heck out of here, huh?
Yeah, dude. Like it's like what is it? It's like it's 12:30 my time.
Um, Ammon, tell the folks at home where they can find you, support you, and give you money.
Well, you can't give. Well, okay, you can give me money on Etsy, so I make stickers. So I
See?
guess you can do that. And you can find me on my website, which has a link to all of my social media at levity.games. So, and I'm on Facebook, and I'm on Instagram, and I'm on Twitter. I'm on all of them.
Did you give
So
me the link to your Etsy thing?
I think I did.
Okay, good.
I think it's in the thing.
Cool.
So if you search for levity.games or levity games on Etsy, like my whole shop comes up.
Sweet.
So that's how I pay my bills. So I make stickers for board games.
Give this guy money, people.
Yeah.
Uh, Sasha, how can people support you and find you?
Dovecot, the board game, is the main game that I'm pushing for right now. There's a Facebook group, just Dovecot, the board game. There's also a Discord. I forget what link you have, if you have my Discord link or if you have my
I
Facebook group
think it's
link.
Discord, yeah.
Okay. Either one works great, whatever one you're on. And we always enjoy having people play test. And we have a lot of games that you can find there too. So.
Oh, and before I sign out, Kat also said that she and Emily were talking about a similar
Mhm.
thing about the cool currencies where like they want them to do something.
Oh, and there might be like a thing. Like I just need to like sit down and think of ways to like leverage these
Yeah.
cool pieces.
Um, I am Evan Halbert. You can support me by buying 27 copies of After the Empire. Don't worry about how you're going to play them all. It doesn't matter. Just stick them in your garage. And I appreciate it.
To get him out of his garage.
No, they're in Gray Fox's garage. But yeah, we've got an expansion for that coming out probably 2024. I've
Awesome.
got a game probably also coming out 2024 currently titled Mepatalk, but we'll see what it ends up being called. I've got another game hopefully being signed here in the next month or two. We will see. I'm in talks. I'm in talks. And then I did hear from Uli, so I am tentatively hoping that we're still going to have a game coming out with Spielbergs in 2024. So hopefully 2024 will be a big year for stuff coming out for me. And then obviously go buy multiple copies of all of those games as those come out. Um,
Dozen.
dozens at least. Buy
Dozen.
one for you, one for your friends, and then just pick one copy to play. Um, cool.
Awesome. Thanks, you guys.
Yeah. Night, everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for chiming in and giving us guff and having fun.
Good night,
And
Kat.
Ammon, again, thanks again. I'm really stoked for you. You know,
Thank you.
all the attention's well deserved. It's a fun game,
Thank
and
you.
I'm excited to see what its final form is and who ends up publishing it and all that kind of stuff.
That is all in the works. It's happening. This game is going to be a reality next year. You'll see.
I'm excited. And Sasha, of
Awesome.
course, thanks for jumping in as always. All
Thanks.
right. Good night, everybody. We are